Noonish, 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 Noonish. J.A. he was major league, playing around with them bats. Kia OG, making plays on the track. Sports and technology, we mix it in with facts. Catch him every Wednesday to like double task. A lot of interviews with ballers and them winners. Yeah, Jay on Notre Dame, all winner.
Hey, you can't pay attention to everything, man.
You gotta let it ride.
Gotta let it ride.
You can't be like some people, take it personal, then start name call.
Don't take it personal.
AKA Shaquille O'Neal.
Or not name calling, but trying to status. But you don't know my status, dog.
Yeah,
hey, we know the same people, bro. So it is what it is, dog.
And you don't get to decide. You don't get to decide who's somebody and who's not. Because last time I checked, Jesse Jackson said everybody's somebody.
Somebody.
And then I don't want to have to go down that Cat Williams lane.
Yeah.
Because if nobody is nobody, nobody drove you to school.
I'm telling you.
Nobody gave you some lunch money. Nobody took you to practice.
Yeah.
So how did you become somebody if nobody took you everywhere and did everything for you?
And two nobodies, right? Because neither one of them.
Hey, everybody's nobody.
So hey, everybody's somebody to somebody.
To somebody.
You know? At least we hope so. Anyways, if you didn't know.
Anyway.
Now, that's out the
First lady.
Yeah, I'm your host, J.A., a.k.a. Jonathan Anderson. And man, welcome to Noonish, man. Noonish Sports and Tech. Shout out Triple Ghost. Yes, sir. Welcome to this very interactive experience. We're about to have a great time, man. Y'all know what's up, man. I'm here with
Every Wednesday. Every Wednesday.
Ronald Bowler, what's going down,
Say, man, we got the new merge.
Yeah. Yeah, got the merch popping.
Yeah.
Hey, over here fresh. Hey, you know, Dallas Stars, you know, you let me down a little bit, but at the same time, you didn't, you know, because you made it pretty far. You know, we like winners around here, third and fourth place really don't cut it. But considering I didn't watch one single game this year, you know, great job. Great job. But, Miss, y'all know how we like to get things cranked off, and Unc was ready to get cranked off before we even introduced ourselves.
Oh, no. No, we ain't going to never forget the first lady.
Can't forget the first lady, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Hey, first lady of F1, Miss Christiana. Yeah, bro, what's going down? See, wow.
Afternoon, gentlemen. Am I in my box? Am I in my frame?
You are. You can slide over a little bit in the same direction that you were sliding earlier.
Yeah, there you
much
go.
better off right there. We good to go.
Okay. I sneezed, and I think I sneezed myself right out of frame. You know, so I don't want to. I don't want to be out of my box, right? Yeah. That's what I'm known for. My very aggressive sneezes. How are you guys doing?
Oh, we're doing great. Now that you're here alive.
Another beautiful Wednesday with the CY. What? Couldn't be any better.
What a good day. Is it raining where you guys are? Because I'm over it. I'm so done with the rain.
No, it's not raining. It's coming
not
down.
Not at this moment. But you may be done with the rain, CY, but the rain may not be done with you.
Man.
Sir, man. You know what? I will say, remember last year when I was like, I gotta water my lawn because I put grass down and I was like so annoyed with how much I was watering. So I do welcome the rain. So let me relax. Let me chill.
I just got grass put down like 2-3 weeks ago. And let me tell you. First of all, I'm glad I moved out of the city limits because my water is really cheap where I'm at now. But second of all, I haven't even had to use the cheap water because it's been raining so much.
Blessings to us all. Yeah, no, I'm like, I don't want it to flood, but I do welcome the rain. And that's how I know I'm old, where I'm like, ooh, checking the forecast. I'm like,
See why you're not old. I'm sorry to tell you, but you're not old.
Oh.
Not even close, CY.
Okay, wait, speaking of.
Can you drive yet?
Barely.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like 16 going on 17, actually. I'm just a kid. I'm just a girl. I'm just a young pup.
It makes total sense why you don't drink.
Yeah, I'm not even old enough to drink alcohol.
You're not even legal.
I'm literally not even old enough to vote or drink alcohol. I'm just so young. I can't wait to get blocked by all these people on TikTok calling me.
Just kidding.
Yeah,
y'all. We don't want
Just
none of this
kidding.
Diddy stuff going on over here.
Allegedly, I am just a baby, but no, I am old. But speaking of feeling young, Unc and I have a birthday coming up in about a month. Unc, what are we
Right,
doing? What
right.
is the
We do.
vibe? What are we
Yeah,
doing?
we gotta do something. We
Yeah,
gotta do
we gotta
something.
get
with
something
people.
on the docket. I won't say it like that. Yeah, we
Mm-hmm.
gotta put something on the schedule.
Get something on the schedule. Pencil me in. You got a busy schedule. You're the most active and social person I know.
I guess
Um,
I guess that'll be my job to create something for y'all since it's y'all's birthday. I mean that's
Yeah,
yeah,
you're a
ain't that how it
content creator.
typically goes?
Yeah, you're a content creator.
that's true.
So
What are we
create some
doing? Yeah,
content.
Hey, I can
why are we
help
trying to
y'all.
plan? Yeah, you do the work. We're tired. We have so many things going on. You do it.
I got you. I got you. We'll figure this thing out.
Okay,
But
good.
tell me about what's going down in F1, Miss CY. We got
Oh,
a nice old Canada weekend, don't we?
we do. We're headed to the Canadian Grand Prix. I'm sorry I couldn't join you guys last week. But you know what? I needed some space, honestly, because the stars really sent me into a tizzy. I was like, let me take a breather. And luckily there was actually a week off from Formula One too, so you didn't miss too much
Nice.
because this weekend we're headed right into it.
Yeah.
The Canadian Grand Prix is a fun one. Lewis has won 7 times here. He's tied with Schumacher for wins. It's a cool space. It's actually a man-made island where they race. I think it was made for the Olympics, and then they were like, "Well, we can't just leave this space hanging. We got to do something cool with it." So it's a cool space, cool race. I've got my eyes on a couple of key players here. Oscar won the last race, which is great. I think Lando needs to redeem, kind of get back on there, simply because I'm afraid that Oscar is going to run away with it, and we're going to have like a pretty non-competitive lead into this kind of second part of the season, just because he's doing so well.
How far ahead is he right now?
Ooh, I need to check the latest points because I think
I didn't mean to put you on the
it's
spot.
pretty. No, please. I love it. I was actually looking at the constructor. So you guys remember, just a quick refresh. If you haven't really paid attention to Formula One before, there's kind of 2 ongoing championships. So there's the constructors championship,
Yep.
and then there's the drivers championship. And as they sound, it really is kind of a battle for both. But naturally, I feel like the drivers, if you're in a solid spot and you're working well as a team, it's really easy for you to end up in a higher point for the constructors. So with the drivers, so right now Oscar Piastri is at 186 for points, and Norris is at 176. So there's not too crazy of a delta. Max Verstappen is in third, is at 137, and then right below, which is kind of like really interesting because no one's talking about George Russell, but he's with 111 points.
He's
So
always in the mix. Even last year, he was always like right around that 5, 6, and up. You know.
yeah, and that's something I think it's been like a theme. I think I bring it up every show. Sorry if you guys are tired of me talking about George Russell. He's just kind of quietly made multiple podium appearances. He's there hanging out the points. He hasn't had nearly the car trouble that his teammate has. But yeah, he's doing quite well. And Leclerc, so back in Spain, Leclerc made his second podium appearance right after Monaco. And that was a nice surprise too. People haven't been expecting to see Ferrari make consistent top 3 finishes, and he certainly did. So it wasn't Hamilton as I was hoping for per usual, but Leclerc getting a double, back-to-back podium was a welcome change. So, but Canada is a cool spot. So Lance Stroll, I don't know if you guys remember, this is his home race. He's the one whose daddy loved him enough to buy him a Formula One team and liked him just enough to put him in the driver's seat, even though he's not really that good.
That's the pink and white guy, right? The BWP or whatever.
They're Aston Martin now.
Okay.
They have the green, like it's really sleek. In fact, it was like kind of at one point I was like, it's giving me a little Mercedes, but it's a really cool color. They're Aston Martin. He's also the one, if you remember, Daddy Stroll, we call him. So Lawrence Stroll is the one who paid Adrian Newey, who is the designer of really most of the cars that have won a Formula One race. Adrian Newey has been part of that. So they paid him out to get out of Red Bull, and now he's working on designs for next year's Aston Martin. So you guys have probably heard that name. So Lance Stroll didn't race. He didn't even compete at all in the last race because he had an injury with his wrist. So imagine like you're driving. I don't know if you can see my hands. you imagine you're driving and the amount of force and shaking and like control you have to have at dexterity. So he had a prior injury that was, I guess, maybe flaring up. And so he didn't race at all. So this is his home race. People are kind of putting some pressure on him. I think it'd be cool to see him finish in the top 10 just because it's Canada. His family's there. His friends are there. So we'll see. Yeah, I've got my eyes on him too.
Any pressure on him is by him because nobody expects him like in the real world. When was
No one
the
cares
last time
about
you
him?
saw a Lance Stroll top finish? Like even when they had the wreck last year and Haas finished 1 and 2, like Stroll wasn't even up at that point, was he? Like
He's not had a podium appearance ever.
nepotism. Let's call it
A little nepotism, and that's okay. We love when dads like their kids. You know, I can't relate to it, but we love as we head into Father's Day, maybe a win from Lance Stroll for his dad, Lawrence Stroll, who's literally dropped billions into building up this team and building up the car. So let's see. I don't know. I've got my eyes on Stroll. Maybe we'll see. He was just confirmed to race because he didn't race the last one. So they finally have come back and said that he is going to race for this.
Nice. I'm sure the odds are so low of him winning that if you put $100 on it, you might win billions. You know?
Not us just shitting all over Lance Stroll. It's okay. We like
Dallas,
you,
man. We like sports and we talk our ish over here, bro. So
That's
win,
true.
bro.
I'll say one thing about that guy. And if you're listening, Lance, please, I've got great barbers. Here's what offends me. This is so unrelated to sports, but I'm just going to dive into it. It bothers me in general when someone is a multimillionaire and or has access to billions of dollars and has a shitty haircut. How?
My boy's hair, he don't care about his hair, you know? He's like, I'm good.
Can we get my guy some product? Can somebody sponsor this man? It really triggers me. I'm like, how can you have a bad haircut and no styling and be a billionaire?
Hey, we got the Canadian Awards tonight. Are you ready? He's like, no, let me take a nap first.
Let me do a little sea salt spray, and that's all I'm gonna do. Like, I'm like, why?
See why? He may be friends with Tim Duncan.
Kevin Durant.
Boy, I need a haircut.
We're calling out the best hairdos. Are you talking about Tim Duncan's hair now?
Then too. Then is worse than now.
Yeah. No, I can't stand that either. See why?
It bothers me.
I was just saying, me too. See why? That bothers me real bad. You know, you don't have
I know it does.
You don't have a hairstylist. You know, you don't have a. You know, they got clippers at Walmart. Let your wife do it.
Yeah.
I mean, someone help my guy out. And I know what everyone's thinking. I know what all of our viewers are thinking. Like, what a girly thing to say. Look it up, and then you'll say the same thing. Okay? You'll see the same
see
thing.
why?
JS.
See why? It ain't nothing girly about me. Got a bad haircut or need a haircut is don't even make me start on some of these hairstyles today because we didn't call it a style back then. Let me tell you what we called it. We called it nappy head.
Oh.
So half of these styles today we call it nappy head.
Unkept.
Look like you need an Afro pig. Or comb or something.
Yeah, man. A blowout. You need a whole kit, bro. Like
that's so funny. You know what? Maybe Lewis Hamilton can help Lance Stroll out. He's got some good. He's got some recent hairstyles that I've really enjoyed seeing from Lewis. Maybe he can help my guy out. I don't know. Someone just like if that was my friend, I'd be like, listen up, my guy. We are gonna style you a bit. Now you might be thinking, who am I to judge with this frizziness that I have on my head? But I don't have $1 billion like Lance Stroll does.
Facts.
Absolutely.
Big facts.
You know?
And I also want to say, like, it's speaking back to Russell, Gary Russell. Not Gary Russell.
George
Russell. Gary Russell's a boxer.
Let's call him Gary, actually. Yeah, George.
Russell.
What about George?
Speaking back to George, like, clearly Mercedes felt that he was a hell of a driver, enough to not persuade Lewis to come back to Mercedes, right? I don't even know if there was. I know typically when somebody's, mentioning going to another team, the team that they're typically at, if they don't feel they have a driver that is as exceptional or a player as exceptional, like they're gonna do all they can to keep that player on their squad. So the fact that they were like, go ahead, Lewis. Yeah. You know, that said a lot. And George Russell was beating Lewis quite a bit last year. We talked about that. We don't know if that was like intentionally, but
Yeah,
the dude is solid, man, and he's been
he's
around
a solid.
all year long.
He's got a certain level of maturity to him. Now, people do complain about him because he's a big whiner when it comes, but they all are honestly. Like he's very much like the first person to call out someone. Maybe the first person. They all are. But they're competitive. Like they're looking for penalties against drivers who cut them off, or they feel like they didn't have enough space, or they feel like someone gained an advantage off track. Like so people always complain that George is always whining and is really emotional about it, but they all are. He though is like he's got an interesting beef with Max Verstappen recently, and so I'm kind of curious to see how Canada will play out. I don't know if you guys heard from my last video, but there was an instance where Max gained an advantage off track. They told him to give that place back to George. He takes a while to do it. They're instructing them like, okay, it's time to give. And then he backs off a little bit and then hits George Russell and ends up with a 10-second penalty. Man. So George is triggered. I'm glad there's like a little week of it's a couple week break to get back to it, but we'll see. You're totally right. George is a solid driver for Mercedes. Kimi didn't finish the last race. That was a car issue. There's a lot of things happening with him. But he's definitely the top driver for Mercedes. But I do think, as we've talked about, like Kimi is in a prime position to grow and learn with that team. I saw somebody say, hey, I've got an unpopular opinion. I think Lewis should have never gone to Ferrari. I don't think he'll win there. I don't think he'll get a championship there. And it was interesting to see the feedback. A lot of people were like, you know what? I agree. This was a PR move. This was a brand thing. Ferrari did anything they could to get the attention. And I'm like, you know what? We don't know what happened behind closed doors. I don't know if Lewis could have won a race, another, championship at Mercedes, but these cars are looking solid this year. So I don't know. It's hard to predict.
He's an athlete. Mentality is, it don't matter what tool it is. It's me. So, kind of like the Brady and Belichick situation. Kind of like, there was another one that I just had in mind a second ago that I can't remember, but I think that Lewis he took on that challenge at the end of the day, and I think that any other athlete with that opportunity in front of him that has had the success that he had on one team for such a long time, that is approached by this new team with these cool bells and whistles, I don't know too many other athletes that wouldn't take that opportunities, just like Tom Brady did with Tampa Bay.
Yeah, he made a call. He felt like the car wasn't delivering. I mean, he complained all season last season about the Mercedes. So, he's still working through the integration process with Ferrari. But I don't know. That guy's a businessman and an athlete. So I'm sure he did what was best for him. And you know what? I think the commercial rollout of Lewis as a driver with Ferrari was one of the best campaigns and kind of launches for a driver that I've seen in a long time. So at the very least, took some notes on if how I would plan my campaign if I was to also join Ferrari, just on the off chance.
Hey, what up, Buck House? Hey, CY and J, happy Wednesday. Let's go, Noonish. Appreciate the shout out.
Oh my gosh, who is that?
That's my boy Buck, man. That's my boy Kurt. Aww. Absolutely. Play ball with that. That's my brother, man. That's my brother. That's my best friend. I don't even know what to say. That's just what that is.
Love that.
Yeah, man.
What a gem.
Yeah. Anyways, we can keep this thing pushing along, but
let's.
Also, we had some NASCAR news. We have F1 going north.
We have NASCAR. Exactly. We have NASCAR headed to Mexico City. This is a really interesting one because it's been 25. Well, let me back up. You guys know how the NFL has been doing their international games for years now. Yep. And I think that's a brilliant approach to get an international audience. It's also a fun opportunity for fans who are here to go and get out and see their favorite teams and players in a new place. But more than anything, it's activating the worldwide fan base that the NFL is trying to tap into. So I'm excited to see other sports do this. Now, NASCAR hasn't done an international race in 25 years, which is so much older than me. I've barely been able to see it. And this is the first one that they've done. So this is the Viva Mexico 250, and it's in Mexico City. This facility, or this track where they'll be at, has also hosted Formula One and Xfinity Series. I think in like the early 2000s. So it's going to be a fun one. I think it's going to be cool. They've had to ship everything from, now this is kind of a big logistical thing, from, I think they were in Michigan last, to go all the way to Mexico City. So can you even imagine, like,
in a week?
I mean, insane.
That's
insane
nuts.
Logistically.
Hey.
But Formula One's like, we do this every day, don't worry. But NASCAR, yeah, super crazy.
Hey, what's my boy name on pit row?
Sam.
Hey, that's what they got Sam for.
I hope Sam is resting and resting well, because I also, like, we haven't talked about it.
Interview.
Did you see that?
Check out the last video.
We love
that
Sam.
clip I sent you of
of
an NFL linebacker.
Yeah,
he's a former NFL linebacker. Now he's in the pit crew at NASCAR.
Exactly. That's the whole point of our interview. See what I'm saying? See why? And I could have released it, right after the NASCAR event, but I appreciate it so much more now, because it's been put on a world stage, an international stage, with ESPN showing this guy.
I don't want to say that I've been talking about this for years.
I didn't know.
It's crazy. I think it's one of those that, like, it makes perfect sense, and it is like, just, I mean, I think it's incredible to show how, athletes' careers can really evolve. They can go to go pro. They can only play in college. They can go start their careers. Like, this is an example of, I don't know, if I was an athlete, a star athlete in college, I'd be thinking, like, okay, if I'm not going to go pro, what am I going to do? And I think if you want to stay in sports and do something interesting and travel and, follow along like a team like that, I think a really cool opportunity to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you got to be the same things that take to be a good DN, or also a running back or a linebacker. You got to be strong, fast, quick. You got to weigh about 225 to 250, because you got to pick them tires up and run around the other side of the car. They got a time limit. I don't know what it is, but they get time from picking up a tire, running on the other side of the car, just like they do in the 40-yard dash.
Absolutely.
If you can't get around there quick enough, you can't be on the pit crew.
You're lost.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
So it takes the same thing.
Yeah. No,
it makes all the sense to me.
I think it's awesome. I just could not believe what I saw in the pit crews. Like, seriously. Like, dudes that look like me in the NASCAR pit crew. And I don't see too many, like, and I said it, see why? And I'm sorry, I don't mean to bring racing to the issue, but it is what it is. Like, it's not even bringing racing. It's just, I recognize a lot of brother in the pit. A lot of brothers in the pit, and I was like,
but you don't see a lot of brothers in the other spots.
Absolutely.
That's what makes it noticeable.
Yeah. I mean, Bubba Wallace, and there's a young kid coming up driving, but it's not too many of us in the sport.
Yeah.
You name Bubba Wallace, but that's over years and years of driving.
Yeah.
But you go to the pit crew and see pretty much every crew got a black guy on there, pretty much.
For sure.
Some of them got 2 or 3.
But again, they came from playing football or playing some other sport. They weren't coming up driving.
And everybody is so sensitive about race, but race is involved in everything.
It's like math. It's
I have never.
It is what it is.
When I joined the military, they wanted to know my race. There has never been a job that I applied for they didn't want to know my race. When I got my passport, they wanted to know my race. I mean, it's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, just for people got to relax about this stuff.
Yeah, man.
And everything is not negative.
I think this is a perfect reminder of why diversity and inclusion, it starts a lot younger. Like, as an example, there are no women who drive on the Formula One grid, right?
Yeah.
If you start talking about it and you start advocating for it today, great. But it's going to take time. Like, kids have to go into the karting. Someone has to say, hey, put this kid in karting. What I love about NASCAR, I mean, there's a lot of pressure on NASCAR, frankly, to get away from the old days of, I mean, literally, it wasn't that long ago that they banned the Confederate flag. And that was a big move for them. And I was like, how has it taken so long? But they had to make a stance, and I'm glad they did. It was the right one. My dog says hello. And
What up, Pop?
and so now, like, to see, here's what I love about I think diversity means a lot of things to me. It means race, it means age. I love that different backgrounds can influence a sport. So getting athletes who have a different type of experience can come and demonstrate those skills in racing and on the pit crew. What I love about it is exactly, Jonathan, when you were walking through that pit crew, we saw kids, or pit road, we saw kids, we saw families. I want a young guy or girl to say, hi, that guy looks like me, or that engineer looks like me. Mom, how can I get into karting? Mom, how can I do this? And so I love that Sam was so open with his story because he had a very non-traditional background. Yeah. I bet if he had racing on his radar years ago, he might have sought that out sooner. Who knows?
Exactly. And
so that's why
there's a kid. So my son Deuce has a best friend. The kid loves racing.
Yeah.
And he's like, I want to be a driver.
Yeah.
You gotta, not play D tackle, D end. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, like, you have to start driving now. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a process. There's steps to getting there. You know. So if that's truly what you want to do your research, man. And it's not just, like I started playing ball when I was 8 years old. Like how people pick up these sports at an early age. These drivers do the same thing.
Then he have to do this. He have to look at how many drivers is near my height.
Yeah,
near my weight.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I meant by the D tackle nose guard.
That's what I thought of.
But now, after this interview, I showed it to my son. I was like, now Elijah has a pathway. If he wants to be a part of a race team, he knows how he can do it.
Yeah.
You know,
you may be too big to be a driver, but you can be on the team.
Crew. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely, man. So no, I
see why we didn't mean to go off there.
I love that.
No, I it's something I'm literally personally passionate about. It was one thing, like when I actually got to work with NASCAR was a big question for me of like, how do we feature some of these great stories? The drivers are great, but there are hundreds of people who operate behind them, and it's the same thing. I've always shouted out Lewis for Hamilton for this in Formula One. Like he recognizes the pressure on him to deliver as the only Black driver. But he also recognizes the value of the team behind him. And so I love that he shout outs the women on his team. He demands diversity on his team. He's been funding things to put pressure on education and resources for karting for communities where maybe they don't have access to it. It's expensive. Like Lewis's dad had to come up with like 3 jobs to cover the expenses of karting. Absolutely. It's different than Daddy Stroll dropping a bill to buy a team.
Very different. It's different.
So how do we get the younger generation exposed to it? And it starts with seeing people on screen that look and feel like them. And I love it. So I am glad I could talk about it all day, actually. In fact, like I know I mentioned women in Formula One. If you guys haven't seen it yet, the F1 Academy, which is the women's kind of training to prepare them for a potential opportunity in Formula One. They're young drivers. They actually race. They follow the drivers around. They do 2 races, actually. Every weekend. And there's now a documentary on Netflix. So if you're like, I have no idea what you're talking about, you guys should check it out. It's kind of shows you the pathway for young women to be set up for success, hopefully to see a woman on the grid, maybe in coming years. The last female to make it to Formula One in that capacity was actually Toto Wolff's wife, Susie. And so Toto leads Mercedes. So it's cool because they cross over quite a bit.
Wild.
So y'all got to check out the F1 Academy, the show on Netflix. I've been following them around. So I know I have spent way too much time, but I did want to mention 2 more things if I might have a moment. Sir.
Yes, please text me the name of that show though afterwards.
I will. Okay, so I want to go back really fast to Formula One. I didn't mention this in my topics, but do you guys remember the endurance race, the 24 hours of Le Mans?
Yeah.
Literally 24 hours of racing. There are several Formula One drivers, ex-drivers driving in that this weekend. So Kevin Magnussen, which you guys, I called him a rowdy boy. He got kicked out of Formula One for a race last season because he exceeded the amount of penalty points. Jenson Button, you might remember, Mick Schumacher, so Michael Schumacher's son, who raced in Formula One for a bit. So that's this weekend. So if you have nothing to do on Father's Day, 24 hours of Le Mans, Formula One, NASCAR in Mexico City. You got stuff. We're booked and busy. Okay, this weekend. Clear your schedule, Unc. And speaking of
love speed, this is your weekend.
This is your weekend. This is your weekend.
See why some of the stuff that you mentioned, back in the day, before TV just got flooded with ESPN and all that, man, the 24 hours of Le Mans and all that stuff was a big deal.
Yeah.
Because we only had, like on Saturdays, we had Wild World of Sport. Wild World of Sports is going to tell you about everything.
Yeah.
But now it's so diversified. When you turn on ESPN, you gotta go on ESPN 25 to get, you know, whatever. You know, you got ESPN this, that, you know, Fox Sport, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
So you gotta go. So you gotta know where to go to get that information. But like like back in the day, Wide World of Sports came on Saturday. It was on for 3 hours. You know, we knew about Mario Andretti, AJ Foyt, I mean, you know, we knew about Wayne Gretzky. Whatever you name the sport, they highlighted something all the time. But now you got to know where to go to find that stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Or you got to watch Noonish every Wednesday to learn because
Wednesday.
there's too much information
absolutely.
out there.
Absolutely.
That's such a good point. There's ESPN 1, 2, ESPNU, ESPN 25. That's the funniest thing you've ever said because
ESPNU, ESPN me, ESPN them.
ESPN CY. I know. I feel it. So yeah, you guys, it booked and busy this weekend. Clear your calendars. And speaking of calendars, so that we can book for next year, the 2026 calendar for Formula One has just been released. So nice. Let's clear a day to figure out which race we're going to next year. You know,
I'm with it.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
I'm with it. And this is the thing. See why for real. We gotta quit saying that and do it, man.
I know.
I mean, all we gotta do
is
give each other, you know, a little notice. 6 weeks, 8 weeks, what? Okay, it's gonna be a race in Austin or New York, wherever. Let's make plans to go.
On Netflix.
Get your passport ready.
Appreciate it.
Get your passport ready.
What up, Dickles?
I think we should totally pick a race. Now, I didn't talk about this because I'm gonna let you guys have your show, but maybe you can talk about weird coaching decisions.
Passport ready.
Yeah, passport stay ready. Same. Actually, I just found mine today. I didn't know where it was. Passport is now ready.
Yeah.
We stay ready now.
No longer.
Now I don't even know what's happening in the Stanley Cup. Don't ask me because once the Stars were out, I was like, oh, I need time. I need
Speaking
space.
Of it, I got the shirt on for the Stars.
There you go. Show it off.
You know, got the green.
You know, maybe we should send one to the coach who they fired.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
This is for you. Stars. This is for you.
Pete DeWard, this is for you. So sorry about the axe. So Pete gets fired. My guy, my dude. A lot of rumblings about that. Some people adamantly agreed. Some adamantly opposed. So yeah, we'll see. Stars are on a hunt for their next head coach. Might I just toss my name out just in case if you guys need assistance?
I know Thibodeau needs a job.
Thoughts on the Dallas Stars?
Yeah.
I don't think he'll get that one though.
No, he won't
No.
get that.
We probably have the same likelihood of getting that gig. So yeah, I wanted to mention because it was, you know, they pulled Ottinger in that last game and people lost their absolute minds. Do I agree with taking Ottinger out? Yes. Do I agree or disagree that they didn't give him a break prior to then? There were a couple of other lower risk games that he could have taken a little bit of break, get Casey up to speed. That's the other alternative goalie. And that dude looked like a fish out of water. Poor guy had no time to warm up. They scored 2 goals. They pulled Ottinger, threw Casey DeSmith in, and we're like, well, remember what you trained for? And he did not. So I think the other piece was that Pete made some comments after the game that just I think didn't probably sit well with the locker room or the front office, it appears. So yeah, he wasn't super pleased with the work that was done. And I don't know if you can blame him. So maybe you guys can talk about weird coaching decisions. Maybe not weird, warranted, not what, you know, I thought about the, you know, the Knicks and people who've made it further along in playoffs and they have in a while, and then to the Knicks a coach. It's kind of interesting. So curious on the decision making there.
I wonder if he's Canadian.
Is Pete? I don't think he is.
Okay, just wondered, just a thought.
What if he could just go to Formula One instead? You know?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
No, he is Canadian. What am I talking about? I've heard this man speak. He absolutely is Canadian.
So our former coach was Canadian.
Mm-hmm. Pete is Canadian. Was Jim?
And he gave a questionable. He made a questionable call, putting in not our stud goalie during a must-win game against the Edmonton Oilers.
Correct.
I'm just saying, man. I think about all kinds of stuff. I'm just weird, you know. I play in sports. I know things are not always as they seem.
Yeah.
No.
I always ask the most random questions, and
I don't think that's.
It's like, yeah, that is the case. So
I don't think it's a random question at all. I think it's a heavily warranted question. I don't know. The Stars did this kind of like press announcement, and everyone said it was announcing, or it said it was announcing a coaching change, and I was like, oh shoot, Pete's gone. But I don't know.
The fire Pete chance like they were Fire Nico? Because I think that's treason with Pete just did.
Not nearly as insane of an ordeal, but yeah, I don't know. The chatter online was kind of mixed reviews. Some people were like, "Thanks, Pete, for getting us here," but we haven't made it. We haven't made it to the finals in several years now. So I don't know. Maybe it was time for a change. Maybe he was ready to go. I don't know.
I wonder what his ties are to the Oilers or Edmonton. I just wonder. But anyway, Nico had ties to the Lakers, from what I understand. But anyway. Yeah. But yeah, Miss CY, it's always good to have you on the show, girl. In the present, in the flesh. The videos are amazing and we love them, and like very.
They are great, but if it ain't live, it ain't you.
If you know what I'm saying. What Miss say? If it ain't live, it ain't me. It ain't you, CY.
It doesn't feel like me. Honestly, recording by myself is literally so depressing because I'm just in the dark by myself and talking to my camera and hoping that it sounds and looks cool. It's just not fun. It's not, I'm not giggling.
Yeah, it's the good vibrations. It's the.
I'm not vibing.
The vibrations. I'm telling you.
The interaction. All that's great.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But now, CY, we'll see you tomorrow evening. Got something special for you. Hope you decide to put it on next time we see you on the camera. But
CY,
sir,
if JA told you that on the 28th you may have an event to attend?
No.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
But we'll talk about it
tomorrow.
I
won't be there because I'll be in Mexico City with the I'll be in Mexico, but not Mexico City. I'll be in Playa del Carmen.
Yeah.
On this date, but it's Jay, I'll tell you all about it.
I'll tell you about it.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. Actually. I'm ready. Yes, I'm ready.
But yeah, Miss CY, you have a great rest of your Wednesday. Thank you for blessing the show with your presence today, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, and thanks to everyone who joined. And no one listened to the end of my video from the last one where I said I would give you free tickets to the Formula One movie. So go back and rewatch that episode.
Oh,
if you're interested.
Love those tickets.
That's too bad.
It's not.
No one messaged me their favorite and least favorite driver. No one wants the free tickets.
I think my signal was bad. Clouds.
All right, think noodle on it. Tell me tomorrow when I get to see you. We'll let the audience know who you've decided.
All right, cool. All right,
okay, I love y'all.
All right, love you too, CY.
Bye.
Peace. Yeah, y'all know what it is. That is the first lady of F1, Miss Christiana. Yep, bro.
Hockey, soccer, sports betting.
Noonish. Noonish.
So much stuff. She's just the first lady, period.
First lady, man.
Noonish.
Give her the title as the first lady of Noonish. That's what it is, and that's who she is. And we definitely appreciate you, girl. You off the chain. Is all I got to say. Uh-oh. We jumped the gun. That topic's coming up later.
A little bit later.
But yeah, man, before we get into the first topic, there is another topic that I need to bring up that I haven't quite yet. Hold on, let me get this shut off right here real quick so we can get to the business. I don't know how I didn't even put this on the docket, but it's all good because we're going to talk about it.
I'm going to go off script probably 2 or 3 times a day.
Oh,
But anyway, we got our script. of topics we're gonna talk about.
Yeah, we gotta run the show.
If you say something, we'll talk about what you talk about.
Yeah.
And if something come to my mind, I'm gonna talk about it.
Yeah, we definitely haven't run a show, but we will run off that bad boy real quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially if you bring up a topic that's very interesting and we want to talk about it. So this is an interactive experience. If you see something, say something. If you think of something, say something. If you want to, say something.
Yeah, man.
Just say something.
You know, we gotta run a show. Hey, what up? And this Be He, By He, how you doing? How you doing? Appreciate you tuning in. And this, what up, Liam, Super Dave? You the homie, big dog. Super Dave, where those tickets? Hey, so
and
go on over to Noonish, bro. Leave a comment, dog, and I just gotta send that over to CY, big dog.
Oh, absolutely.
That's it. That's it, and we got you, homie. You know, slide over if y'all haven't already. Sorry about this again. You know, once again, this is Noonish Sports and Tech, man. I'm your host, J.A., a.k.a. Jonathan Anderson, here with my awesome co-host, Ronald Bolware. And if this is your first time to this experience, let me say that, welcome. Welcome. Go on and hit that subscribe button over there on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
Noonish Sports and Tech is the name of the show on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that notification bell because we also have watch parties and have a good time,
and
man.
if you're on another platform,
we just talking good sports
hit
all
that
the time.
follow.
And hit that good follow if you're on the other platforms. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
all my people
follow,
on TikTok, if y'all
share,
follow me over here, I'm going to follow
subscribe.
you right back. That's just what it is, man.
Absolutely.
We got our live goals today, man. Y'all help us reach these live goals that we hitting, man. We got the super chat open over here on the other platform, man. We got our live goals over here, man. Y'all tap that screen, man. Let's get some more people in here. Share the show, man. Let's do this. Let's have a good time, man. Let's grow the show, man. Organically. We've been around for a minute now. People love us. They love our clips. They leave us great comments every time on the show. Like more and more, the show is growing organically. It can grow so much quicker if we multiply. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You remember them network marketing schemes back in them pyramid schemes? Hey, they was bullsh, but they worked. Right? The more
They still
people
going now.
That's what I'm saying. The more, hey, if one brings one and then they bring one, you know, you got 6.
And this is what people don't understand. You know, they say pyramid, multi-level marketing, whatever. A lot of people don't understand that Mary Kay and Avon is the same thing.
Absolutely.
I join, you join under me, blah, 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 blah. And I get a penny off of you and a penny off of him and a penny off of them and a million pennies make $1,000.
Yeah.
You know? I'm just saying.
Hey, we're going to call it the altar call from now on. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all come on down and join
Come on
us,
down and hit that subscribe and that
Hit
like
that subscribe
and that share button.
You know what I'm saying? Come on down, man. You
So,
know,
man,
if
we
you
just
know somebody.
Man, we just have fun. We're going to talk about sports.
Looking for a
you
good
know,
sports
and
community,
this is
man.
the
Come
thing.
on down.
Man, we're going to talk about facts.
You know?
And when we talk about facts, that's not our opinion.
Yeah.
And we talk about our opinion, we're going to let you know this is my opinion.
That's it.
This is what I think.
That's
but
it.
then the facts is that shot got swept 6 times. But
Yeah.
anyway, that's another thing.
Yeah. And also,
I'm just playing.
so what I
just
did
playing.
want to talk about, because that Michael Beasley 1v1
Yeah.
versus my boy Lance Stevenson.
Yeah.
Michael Beasley crazy as hell.
But you know what Michael Beasley say all the time?
That boy ball though.
You know what, man? I have always thought
I love Michael Beasley, man.
I love his game. I don't love his brain. I'm just saying like this because this is the thing. When I see his game, I be like, why he don't get more playing time?
He scares people.
It's got to be his brain.
It's not his. So this is the thing.
But he beat Lance Stevenson.
If it was more people in the upper management roles in the NBA that look like us, Michael Beasley would have a job right now.
Well, no, Michael
I say
Beasley
that,
would have been a star and all that.
That's what I'm
Because
saying.
he's scared, yeah,
he scares other people.
yeah, absolutely.
But us, we understand
he's
his
scared.
struggle. We understand what he doing it for.
But you heard
Right? He doing it for the kids, bro. The kids gotta eat.
him and Lance Stevenson played for $100,000.
Yeah, he say double up, dog. Kids gotta eat.
Yeah, he beat Lance Stevenson. And this is what Michael Beasley is on the
Love
part. I just seen this yesterday. I'm finna say today, but yesterday, Mike Beasley on the podcast say, they say you undefeated in 1v1.
Yeah.
He say, no, I'm not. He say, number one person ever beat me. He say, just one. He say, who all tried? He say, everybody tried. So he played with Miami. So he talking about LeBron, D. Wade, Chris Bosh. He talking about them. He said everybody tried that I played with. Yeah. Everybody tried. He said, but one dude beat him one-on-one.
I know who it was.
Bam out of bottle. The only one to beat Michael Beasley one-on-one.
Well, it's two people then.
No. This was Michael Beasley. You better go look. That's what he say.
He talking about his teammates.
Huh?
He talking about his teammates. He ain't talking about when he lost to MJ.
When he lose to MJ, must have been 10 years old.
Jordan was 50 when he beat Michael Beasley in 1v1.
Michael Beasley. Okay, go on there. No, but
I see what you're saying.
He said he never, the only person ever beat him. That's what he said. Yeah. It was Bam out of bottle.
Yeah.
He said everybody tried.
Yeah.
So when did MJ beat him?
MJ beat him when, I forget what I'm going to have to tell you about it. But
MJ was 50.
I'll show it to you. MJ was 50.
Okay.
And the story was that Michael Beasley was beating LeBron James on a daily. But when he faced a 50-year-old MJ gave him the business.
Well, what about Ron Harper saying that he used to beat MJ all the time?
Oh, yeah. So we got to know that. We got to know that. I'm just saying. I didn't know about the Bam Adebayo.
I'm just saying what Michael Beasley said.
And you know what? So the Bam Adebayo situation is the same. It was John Sally against Michael Jordan when John Sally said he beat Michael Jordan.
No, he said he beat Kobe.
Kobe, yeah. He
John
Sally
used to beat Kobe all the time.
Said he beat because he back him down.
Yeah, he get
and
the
that's
ball
the same
first.
type of situation as Bam Adebayo.
And then they can make it take it.
Exactly. Yeah. And the game, man, like so that
but
whole
this the whole thing.
The 1v1
all these guys always talking about who can beat one. Do it.
Did you see him beat Lance the other day?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's 6'9", Lance 6'5".
Yeah, that was a great. But Michael,
but that don't.
He was shooting that track too, so it wasn't like he was just backing him down.
But in 1v1, a lot of times that don't matter because back in the day, when the NBA had 1v1,
yeah,
I think Nate Archibald at 6'1" played Bob Lanier at 6'11" for the 1v1 championship. And I remember Kareem got to the semis
and Nate Archibald won.
Got beat.
Or did he lose that one? I know he won 1 year. You said
he won 1 year.
It wasn't that year.
I mean, but this is, but this is the thing. It was a white guy named Hasselbeck or something like that. He was always in the Final Four.
Shooting that trade.
Kareem, Bob Lanier, Nate Archibald, and guys like that was always in the. They had about 3-4 years, but there were certain guys that they were going against each other. And Bob Lanier and Nate Archibald was the most two consistent ones that beat everybody, man.
So what do you think about this 1v1 league or competition? Like, do you think
I think it'll be good.
Used?
It'll shut up some of all that talking. I can do this, I can do that. And this is the thing. 1v1 ain't got nothing to do with 5v5.
I want to see them set it up like boxing.
Yeah.
We already know
but this is what I want to do. But this is what I want people to understand. But this is what I want to understand.
Who gonna step up and beat him?
1v1 has nothing to do with 5v5.
Absolutely not.
5 versus 5 is way different.
Yeah.
Because Michael Beasley beat LeBron James 1-on-1, but LeBron James will kill Michael Beasley 5-on-5.
That means that Michael Beasley has more skills than LeBron, but his IQ is not on the level.
He got more individual skills, but it's a team
That's
game.
what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. He's more of a skilled player than LeBron, but LeBron's brain, like his IQ of the actual game. Yeah. So Super Dave brought up a great question the other day. Shout out Super Dave. Brought up a great question on his live. He said, if LeBron James is losing to Michael Beasley, can he still be the GOAT? And I want to ask you that, because I had my answer. LeBron was never my GOAT. And I'm sure you got something similar to that, but I mean...
Well, I'm just saying like this.
Can he still
if
be
Michael
the GOAT?
Jordan losing to Ron Harper, can he still be the GOAT? First off, I got to tell you one thing. Ain't no such thing as the GOAT.
Yeah.
Ain't no GOAT in team sports. I keep saying that.
Yeah,
I don't care how you put it. There is no... You got to be... Because this is the thing. Every time they win, it's him. But then when they lose, it's them.
Yeah.
That's been going on in sports forever.
Yeah.
Whenever Michael Jordan didn't win, they come up with, he was too young. He didn't have a teammate. But don't bring him up then. Don't bring him up if he need teammates and he was too young or he was too old.
But we talking about who didn't need teammates besides Allen Iverson?
Allen Iverson need teammates too. They just did their role very well.
But I'm saying who didn't need teammates though?
Everybody needs teammates.
Allen Iverson had the most lacking teammates of anybody else.
You might have the most lacking for other people.
Yeah.
But for you that's what you needed.
And your team,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Allen Iverson needed a team of players that will put up with him having the lowest shooting percentage of anybody ever win the scoring title and give it right back to him.
Needed boards.
Because this is the thing. If you shooting 44%, it's a lot of people not finna pass you the ball.
Yeah, man. Straight up.
If you shooting 44%, Kareem not finna pass. Will Chamberlain not. Jerry West not gonna pass you the ball.
Kobe might not pass you the ball.
No, even though he only shooting 46 and 7.
Hey,
no, I'm just saying.
Hey, Kobe can pass a lot of people the ball.
Michael Jordan not gonna pass you the ball because this is the thing. I showed you the shooting percentage of people win the final. Phil Jackson got to tell Michael Jordan, Michael, who open? Steve Kerr open. Okay, we're passing the ball. This in the championship. Michael Jordan only shooting 40-some% himself, but he won't pass the ball to Steve Kerr.
And that's the difference between Michael Jordan and LeBron James. Yeah. LeBron didn't need Phil Jackson to tell him to pass the ball.
And then he get criticized for that.
Yeah.
He get criticized for passing that. Because this is the whole thing. If you're in the NBA and you wide open, Mario Chalmers, I pass you the ball, and you miss it, now it's my fault?
Yeah, but
you in the NBA.
When you are given the name King James, that comes with the expectation of taking that last shot. It just does.
He took a lot of last shots.
When you give that,
took a lot of last shots.
He has, but he's missed a lot of them too. I think he's over 19.
Michael Jordan missed a lot of them too.
But he made in the moments he needed to make them.
LeBron James has made them in certain moments too.
He's
in other moments he did. Everybody has done the same thing. Because there's been moments that Michael missed them.
I didn't see too many of those. That was in the 80s.
Yeah, exactly. When he was getting drunk in the 80s.
He didn't miss too many of them in the 90s.
When you winning, everything is going your way, but when you losing, it's not.
But he didn't miss too many of them in the 90s.
But he was still Michael Jordan in the 80s, right? He was still Michael.
But he matured. But he matured, though.
Exactly what I just said a while ago. When you bring them up, they start making excuses for him. It don't matter. Magic was young. Magic won his rookie year. So don't tell me about immature. I mean, I'm just saying, Bill Russell won a championship his rookie year. Yeah. Kareem won his second year. Yeah. Larry Bird won his second. So don't brag me. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
We make excuses, and I'm not trying to glorify them either because Magic had a lot of great teammates. Yeah. Larry Bird had I keep saying this. This is what I want everybody to do. This is what I want everybody to do. When y'all look at the people with the most championships, they got the most teammates on the 50 and 75 anniversary team. Yeah, right. Every last one of them. Right. So don't tell me how you are. See, this is the thing. This is what I want you to notice about when you watch guys like Larry Bird. You ain't never seen Larry Bird double team. Yeah. You ain't never seen Michael Jordan double team. Yeah. You ain't never seen them double team because you know why? You can't double team off of Scottie Pippen. Yeah. You can't even double team off Dennis Rodman because he's sure gonna get the rebound and nobody. You can't double team off of these guys. That's why these guys are great, because they were going one-on-one. When you watch Kareem play with the Lakers, ain't nobody double teaming Kareem. Yeah. And this is my thing too. If you in the NBA and week in and week out, the scouting report said double team off of Ronald Bower, I need to be at the rec league. Because you can double team me off of me on Monday. You can double team off of me on Wednesday. Then you can double team off of me again on Saturday. Why am I in the league? Yeah. And how many guys do you see getting double teamed off of? Back in the day, go look and see how many times Kareem got doubled off of, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Dominique Wilkins, because they had team. If you double off of him, guess what? If you double off of Larry Bird, wide open. If you double off Larry Bird,
Robert Power,
can you double off Kevin McHale to double Larry Bird? You can't do it, right?
Can't do it.
Can you double off of Robert Parrish to double Larry Bird? Can't do it. Can you double off Dennis Johnson to double team Larry Bird? You can't do it, man. We didn't. Back in the day, I didn't even know they had double team. Because if you double team off one, the one you leave is finna roast you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's because it wasn't so many teams. Now you double team off guys and he still averages 6 or 8 points. Yeah. And you're double teaming off of him all day, every day.
Yeah, they opened up more jobs.
Yeah.
They opened up more jobs.
That's a lot more
competition got a little watered down.
Yeah, competition.
You know what I mean? You know, when you got a family of 3 and you make that Kool-Aid, you don't got to use as much sugar and it's still going to be real sweet.
Real sweet.
But you bring 6, 7, 8, 10 bodies in there.
And then you got to put more water in there.
Got to put more water in there.
It's less grape flavor than the
Oh,
Hennessy.
the flavor was good, dog. Absolutely.
Because you got to feed 12 people off of it, still a 6.
But it's still better than nothing.
Yeah, it's still better than
It's
nothing.
still better than nothing,
Absolutely.
though. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
yeah, man. But I had to bring that up real quick. Little Michael
yeah,
Beasley,
that's a lot of
little, you know.
Yeah,
hey,
but-
and I tell people all the time, I feel like Michael Beasley, I feel like Josh Smith, I feel like J.R. Smith could still be playing. But LeBron James is showing everybody what it means to be a professional
Yeah.
first,
First off,
then an athlete.
because you know
Because those other three had
Because you
more ability. I feel like J.R. Smith had more ability than LeBron. Huh?
man, J.R. Smith.
J.R. Smith was athletically gifted. My boy is playing golf in college right now.
Man, when he was in Denver,
Yeah, with AI and with Melo. Yeah.
he was there with Amari and them. He
With who?
wasn't there with Melo. Amari,
J.R. Smith was there with Melo. Amari started
no,
winning.
you're right. Amari was in Phoenix. J.R. was there. He was in New York and Denver with Melo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was
But
in New York with Melo.
Denver, but when he first got to Denver, when he was young, Melo.
You know, Melo was drafted by Denver.
Oh, and then he left J.R. at Denver and went to New York. Then J.R.
went to New York.
Oh, okay.
I know they played together. Whether it was in New York, Denver, whatever. J.R. played with LeBron and got a title.
But this is the thing, though, when J.R. and
You know what I'm
Iman
saying?
Shepard was in New York, they was considered knuckleheads.
Yeah.
When they got to
With
Cleveland-
Carmelo.
Yeah, when they got to Cleveland, they became champions.
They was role players.
Role players and became champions.
Hey. I love J.R. Smith, man. But anyways, we'll keep this thing rolling on, man.
I do too. Oh, yeah.
We'll ride along, man, get into the topics of the day, and we'll start
Get
out
into the
with
real topic, because right now we just freelance.
Yeah, man, freelancing on
And that's
the
okay.
ones and twos. But what is going on right here? Okay, it's showing up there. We good to go. But yeah, first we're gonna talk about Coach Prime, man. You know, shout out Coach Prime, man. You know, prayers to you, bruh. You know, definitely want to see you make it through this whole situation that's going on right now. We don't know what the sickness was. Evidently or apparently, we hear that you're getting better and on the up and ups right now. But you know, before we heard that, I just heard that yesterday. You was already in the script, man. Anytime Deion's sick, man, I thought I was Deion growing up.
Oh, yeah.
Don't want to see Prime sick because I know he take his health seriously.
No.
You know.
But I'm gonna say this. He's like most young men. He taking his health serious now, but when he was young, he didn't.
Yeah.
That's why he's in the situation he's in now.
That
I'm just being
turf
honest.
toe, right?
Yeah, I'm not trying to criticize, but I'm just trying to let all.
We human. We
it
all
don't
human,
matter
man.
if you're an athlete or who you are. If you take care of yourself when you're young, you won't have to go through certain situations as you get older. Because Deion Toe started with the Dallas Cowboys.
So
Might
you-
even started with San Francisco.
So you saying he didn't treat it properly? He didn't get
No,
the
he said
proper
that
care,
himself.
proper attention? Okay.
He didn't take care of that toe like he should
Man.
have. Because when you in your 20s,
You think
and
you're
30s,
invincible. And it's
yeah,
no
you're
big
like,
deal.
oh, I'll take care of that tomorrow. I'll take
Yeah.
care of that tomorrow. And then next thing you know, tomorrow been 2-3 years, 4-5 years. And then now you got to get your toe amputated. All I'm saying, man, take care of yourself. My prayers go out to Deion.
Absolutely.
I want Deion to get well. Because there's a lot of people think that's because I say that I don't think Deion is the greatest corner ever, that I don't like Deion.
I do.
I love Deion.
Greatest I ever seen.
Yeah. Wow. You ain't seen enough, I'll say that.
I saw him get beat too, but hey, that's just football. You gonna
No,
get
but
beat
you know
sometime.
what? You know him and Asante Samuel were having that beef.
Yeah.
Because Asante got more interceptions, more everything than Deion in a short amount of time.
He don't got more now.
Yes, he do. You better look.
You wanna know
that's what he said is, well, he lied.
And he had more balls thrown his way.
Huh?
He had more balls thrown his way than Deion did.
Yeah, because Deion play on the left side.
But still, they wasn't
Deion
throwing
went
his
over.
way.
Asante play over here.
But Deion did go with the receiver though. He traveled with the receiver.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Oh, I saw him travel with the receiver now.
I saw.
And that's Deion's word of mouth. Like, that's his claim
when
to
did you
fame.
see him do that? When did you see him do that?
With majority of the top receivers, he did it with Jerry. He wasn't playing John Taylor and Jerry.
Yes, he was. Well, how come he was Jason John Taylor and couldn't catch him when John Taylor caught that slant? Yes, he did. Okay, let me tell you this. But this is what I saw. This is what I saw.
Down the distance, is what I'm telling you.
This is what I saw.
The Cowboys knew what the
in the NFC Championship game.
They put Deion on him for that situation.
Okay, in the NFC Championship game, was he on Michael Irvin or was he on Alvin Harper? He was on Alvin Harper. They moved him off of Michael to Alvin Harper.
Wasn't he a high jumper?
Who?
Alvin Harper.
But he wasn't Michael Irvin. We talking about football. We ain't talking about high jumping.
Hey, ball going up. Hey, you got your limitations. Deion could dunk, but he wasn't jumping up with Alvin Harper.
Let me tell you like this. Go watch the game. Alvin Harper ran straight to Deion and looked at Troy. I'm covered. That's why they put him on him, because he knows scared, because he know if he got on Michael Irvin, go look at Michael Irvin playing against Deion.
Oh, Michael was real physical with him. Deion didn't like that. Deion was a physical
Go look at Michael Irvin.
He wasn't as physical.
The only time Deion Sanders held Michael Irvin under 115 yards was when he had a backup quarterback. Every time that he covered Michael Irvin with Troy Aikman as quarterback, Michael caught over 100 yards on him. I know what I'm talking about.
Michael was
and this is the whole thing, too. You can say all you want to about Jerry Rice. You better go look at Deion and Jerry Rice. They show these highlights, but go look at the game. I seen Jerry Rice. I was living in Atlanta at Fulton County Stadium. He caught a 60, 70 yard slant in front of Deion. Deion chased him 40 yards and didn't catch him.
Yeah.
Jerry Rice, but he's slow. All I'm saying is that, to me, most of the time, Deion scored.
Or did Deion tackle him before he scored?
He scored. And he got behind John Taylor, too. I sent you the clip. Yeah. Where he was chasing John Taylor for about 40, 50 yards. Didn't close the inch on him. So that's all I'm saying. Yeah. To me, here I go again. It's hard to say who's the greatest at a position when you didn't play against these people. And then the first to be at the greatest at a position, you got to play at the, you know this, Jonathan, about the defensive back. What is one of the things they don't teach it anymore. They used to teach quarterback, don't throw across your body.
Yeah,
Deion played most of his time. He started over here on the right side of the for the Cowboys, San Francisco, and Atlanta. That's all I'm saying.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
You should have been over here. You should have been over here. What the Real Reavers
they cutting off half of the field. They cutting off half. They're not throwing to that guy for the most part. Unless you got a Jerry Rice. Unless you got a Michael Irvin. Unless you got a Shannon Sharp.
This is what I want you to go see. This is what I want you to go look. When the Dallas Cowboys played the Jacksonville Jaguars, when Mark Brunell was the quarterback, and Jimmy Smith was over there.
Jimmy Smith go look. Jimmy Smith cooked everybody, That boy cooked everybody. Jimmy Smith was cold.
Jimmy Smith ain't no Michael Irvin. He ain't no Jerry Rice.
Jimmy Smith should have been on the Cowboys roster.
But you're not Jimmy Smith is not Jerry Rice or Michael Irvin. I don't care what you say.
Because he didn't get the opportunity. He didn't get Michael Irvin and Jerry Rice opportunities.
But
Jimmy Smith was on the Cowboys on our practice roster for a long time. It should have been starting for us.
Absolutely. But when he got on, but when Deion got on Jimmy Smith with a left-handed quarterback throwing that way, he got roasted. He got roasted, and you know I ain't lying.
Jimmy Smith is a Hall of Fame receiver.
No, he ain't.
He should be. But I'm saying he didn't have.
He don't have enough work.
Exactly. If he had the opportunities, if he had more work, Jimmy Smith was cooking boys in preseason. Every time Jimmy Smith got on the field, he was cooking.
You better go look when Deion tried to cover Sterling Sharp.
Who was covering? Sterling Sharp was the best receiver in the league. We talk it's gonna be somebody to beat you. No matter how good you are, there's gonna be a dude on offense that knows what. Look,
but this is the thing. When you defense, these dudes beat you every time they see you. Come on, man.
Oh, I feel like I'll beat Deion. If I'm playing receiver, I feel like I'll beat Deion. I feel like I'll beat anybody across. Like, I'm just saying, it depends on who you're lining up against. And you got your upper echelon guys.
You ain't never lined up against me, J.A.
I'll
sit you down, J.A.
No, you won't. You will. It's all good.
I'm sorry. You won't. No.
You can try.
You might get in the backfield and run some ball, but on a receiver, no. I hate it for you.
It ain't even a conversation. I'm toasting you. I'm off the line right now. You ain't stopping me off the line. I got legs. I got all that. I was on that.
I want to, because I know. But this is what I do know. You ain't going to beat me deep. You might catch some ins and outs, but you ain't going to beat me deep.
I'm going to beat you deep.
No.
I'm going to beat you deep.
You.
I'm going to beat you deep.
I promise you.
I'm going to beat you on that hitch and go.
I'm not going for that.
Oh, you don't go for it because you got to respect it. Cause the shoulders I'll take to the house. Anyway.
And then if you do get it, I'm gonna catch you before the ball gets there. I'm gonna catch you. If you do get to hit you, go.
Hit me with, so you gonna hit me with that Charles.
You might have a step and a half or 2 steps, but you're gonna need 5. Yeah, I'm gonna run you down. If that's
Hey, that's on the quarterback.
But anyway, well, yeah, man. Say, man, like we tell y'all, this just fun. We just talking the ish.
Yeah, man.
But my prayers go out to Prime.
Yeah.
Because this is what I say all the time. He might not be the best cornerback, but he's a hell of a father, man.
Hey, and you
a hell of a father.
And to me,
I say that.
You the best cornerback, baseball, football player. I put you over Bo Jackson, Dion. That's just what it is, bro. You the truth. I thought I was you. I was given a number. I didn't think I was you. I knew I was me, but you know, I wanted to be a better version of you. That's just what it was, bro. Yeah, just same way I looked up to Barry Bonds and Ken Griffey on the baseball field, I looked up to you on the football field.
Hey, that's the same way. But you know, like you looked up to them, man, I was looking up to Lim Bonnie and Mel Renfro.
Yeah, I already know.
Hey,
I already know. That
because I tried some of the stuff that Lim Bonnie. One time, Lim Bonnie.
I gotta see Lim Bonnie clips.
Man, he was also a punt returner like them. Man, one time Lim Bonnie backed up the ball, hit the ground. Everybody standing around the ball like this, and Lim Bonnie came between them, scooped it up.
Took off. Yes, sir.
I tried to say.
Yeah.
I came to it, scooped it up. Took off to the high.
Hey,
I thought I was Lim Bonnie. Yeah. You know, because I was
saying. That's what I'm saying. Yes, sir.
You always got to look up to somebody.
Shout out, Coach Prime.
Appreciate it.
Hey, looking forward to seeing what Colorado do this year, man. Y'all got a hell of a team. I've been watching. Well off me.
And we're looking forward to Coach Prime being on the sideline.
My bro out there in Colorado, we will be there in October again for sure.
And we're looking forward to Coach Prime being on the sideline.
Absolutely. Can't wait, man.
Coaching the team. Can't wait.
Little news, I mean, we typically don't talk about tennis, but this past weekend, man, was the French Open, or past week and a half, however long that thing takes place. It was a French Open, man, and Coco Gauff came out with that victory on the women's side, and the young buck Carlos I want to call him Alcatraz.
Whatever his name is.
Yeah. Young Carlos.
Well, it's a changing of the guard. We look at because tennis is kind of.
Young Carlos been going ham for a minute though.
Yeah, so Coco, but they finally kind of rising to the
that
top.
Maturity.
Yeah, winning some of them.
That maturity we talk about, man. So shout out to y'all, man. Yeah, that's a big deal. That's a big. The French Open. Hey, man, it's been Rafael Nadal's for a minute. You know, it was my boy from Norway, I think, Dvoracek, whatever his name is. My boy there.
Now I was changing the guard. We get some new people.
Got the young blood in there, man. And Coco, shout out to you, girl. So proud of you, man.
Yeah,
so proud of you. We wondered what was gonna happen once Venus and Serena left. We ain't gotta wonder no more. You know, we got some talent in that junk. When I say we, I'm talking about us black folks. Yes, sir. Moving on. In America, by the way.
Yeah.
Us Americans.
Yeah. Hey. Ain't nobody, I mean, because Africans don't call themselves black, they call themselves Africans.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Yeah. We the only one, we call ourselves black because we ain't got no, we the only thing about this, J.A., we the only people call ourselves a color.
Yeah. I mean, come to find out, it was some black-looking Native Americans, and it was
absolutely.
And it was some Hispanic-looking Native Americans.
What do Chinese people call, what do people from China call themselves?
Chinese.
What do people from Japan call themselves?
Japanese. So now I'm okay.
We the only people that don't have somewhere we can't. They don't want us. But for me, I don't have. I'm just telling you about me.
Yeah,
I am not black and I am not African American. I am straight American with no precursors or circursors or whatever you in the front or back. I am from America, man. And
that's all I
don't want to. That's all I'm saying.
Shout out nephew. What up, Ryan? What's going down, big dog? Just saw you on here, man.
That's all I'm saying. I'm just American, man. That's all I'm saying.
Y'all gotta be here. Hey, DJ. Hey, you in town, Ryan? Oh, you here, bro? Cause DJ told me he was gonna be here. Let me know when you coming, and we gonna arrange it and make it possible for you and DJ to come on this thing, man. We're gonna have a good time, bro. Shout out that's my nephew Ryan, man. What up, Ricardo Valdez? What's going down, man? If Coco can fix her serve, she would be on top. I'm telling you, man. Hey, cause it's hard to beat her. It's hard to beat her. Is all I'm saying on the point. It's hard to beat her.
She may never perfect her serve, but she might get it better.
Yeah.
And she, how old is Coco now?
She got to be around 20 something, young 20s.
At the Moco, she was 16 or 15.
Yeah.
At one point.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking she ain't no more than 19, 21.
That's what I'm thinking around there,
so
drinking.
She got a lot of time, man.
Yeah,
she got a
man.
lot of time.
But time flies, so I just don't even know what to call it no more. But yeah, you right about that, Ricardo, man. Coco's real deal, man. And
we could talk about something else besides this, right? I'm just
we can, but
I'm just teasing.
I know.
I saw that too.
I'm just saying, kind of find out, Angel Reese came out and was like, yo, Reebok.
She asked Reebok. That's what they say. She asked Reebok.
I love the design of the shoe. Now,
to charge $1,000.
Let's talk about how much it's gonna cost. I know my value. Miss Angel Reese wanted the good people in the general public to pay $1,000 for her shoe. Cause she been paying for the Louis Vuittons, I'm sure. She been paying for the Christian Dior's and the Christian Louboutins.
Absolutely.
And she's like, I know my value.
Yeah, but
that's what she's saying.
You ain't valued like Christian Dior and Louis Vuitton.
You're an athlete.
So
you're not looked at it
now you got to value yourself against other basketball. What basketball shoe costs $1,000? Not one.
Only some J's, some Jordans that are on the that are being resold.
They resold. Retros. That's whatever, something like that, or some Michael
Jordan.
Come on, man. Those shoes cost $1,000, Angel.
Come on, baby.
But this is the thing. But you hear what Shaq said too.
What's that?
Shaq said that when he thought that he was going to sign Shea Gildress, Alexander, and people like that. His boy Shea Gildress wanted $60 million. The Shaq and them said, "No, we ain't got that."
Reebok. Hey, when was the last time you saw somebody after Allen Iverson? When was the last time you saw anybody in any sport where did Reebok go? What happened to? We talked about Nike last week. What happened to Reebok?
See, this is what people don't understand.
Did No Limit kill Reebok and then bring it back?
Everything runs its course, man.
Because I used to love me. Hey, I had some Reeboks back. I had the black tops. I had some Shaqs. I had the first Shaqs.
I'm trying to remember. I had some shoes.
I had plenty of the classics.
Which one of the ones that?
I had the high top classics.
Was those
the low top classics?
Was that? That was.
I had the Emma Smiths.
No, that was
the Allen
No, that was Fila.
Oh, Fila's went hard too, but Reeboks right
now. No, I was trying to think. I had some shoes one time. I'm trying to think what the. But no, I mean Fila. Reebok. Reebok. And then it don't matter what kind of shoe. Angel, you got to realize these are basketball shoes. These aren't designer shoes.
Yeah, exactly.
Simple as that.
This is not. These shoes are mass produced. Okay, this ain't your Louis with the fine leather. This ain't your Christian Dior's with the the materials that and the name stamped on the side of it that go with these Reeboks.
Even when you go on the internet, and order a $high shoe, do you know what they'll tell you? It'll be 6 to 8 weeks
before you get it.
We ain't just got these shoes sitting on the shelf. We gotta make these shoes. So go check out because now we got the blueprint, we got the mold, we got all that, but we ain't sitting around with $800 pair of $1,000 shoes on the shelf just waiting for you to. That's $80,000.
Angel, they ain't crafting your shoes, baby.
Like that. Because these shoes that I order, J.A., I like shoes. I like shoes, but sometimes
like
all
candy
my shoes
corn
out
around
there,
this hoe.
they say it's going to take 8 weeks because they got to be made because they ain't just sitting on the shelf.
Yeah.
And then other shoes just sitting on the shelf, I get them next week.
Right now, next week, I get them to marry.
I mean,
certain shoes, I get them hoes tomorrow via Amazon or Nike.
Yeah, Amazon. But lately,
or 2 to 3 days the latest.
Because there's some things I used to get. Hey, just this last week, there's some things I used to get on Amazon the next day. They told me it'll be 2 or 3 weeks to get.
Hey, it ain't no. That's called custom made stuff. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like you ain't just pulling these off the shelf.
And $1,000 shoe is custom made.
We don't make these when they ordered.
And like I said last week,
this is how it go down.
I think a lot of young ladies gonna buy this shoe because of Angel Reese modeling and all that. Trip to Ghost in the house.
Trip to Ghost in the building. You know what it is. We gotta play them jams.
Yeah,
Every Wednesday.
Noonish.
Hey, if y'all know, at
Noonish.
the beginning of the song, it says your boy
Noonish.
Trip. That's who it is right there. That boy Trip is going down.
Here's our theme song, so they'll know.
I already hear you.
Oh, you already.
Hey, man, I'm telling you
Chip
right
the
now.
Ghost, say, man, when I heard that, I was like, Chip went hard.
Hey, anybody paying $1,000 for some Reeboks, gotta be Jeff Bezos. Boys don't care about life. Dollars is like tissue paper. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man.
And the people that's got money like that, they don't like Reebok.
And they don't spend money like that.
No.
That's why they got it.
That's why they got it like that.
Moving along, Angel. Hey, I love it.
I love it.
We know your
but,
value too.
You know, you might get 175 or between 175 and 225 for it.
Hey.
But you'll be lucky to get that much for it.
She said 1,000. Reeboks was gonna start it at 40, and they ended up at 150.
Oh, okay.
40. All right.
See, you know why she said 1,000? Because she gonna get a certain percentage off each shoe, probably. But this is what you gotta realize. Do you want 4 shoes sold or you want 4,000?
Hey, go ask Kanye.
Your money off 4,000 gonna be more than your money off that 1,000.
That boy Ye sold millions and millions off $20. Yeah. I'm telling you.
Shaq did too.
You make it affordable, the whole world will come after you.
Shaq sold a lot of shoes at Walmart.
Yeah.
Shoes at Walmart.
Yeah.
For a lot of money. He on Reebok. That's why he didn't.
You got some Shaqs downstairs? You got some Shaqs? You got some Shaqs? You got some Shaqs though?
No.
I had some Reebok Shaqs.
But this is the whole thing. I love it. Hey, I'm by my.
Hey, them Shaqs, hey, if you stop too quick, the soul might end up with the stop at.
I ain't trying to be funny or nothing. I do go to Walmart, but not for my wardrobe.
Not the
Nothing
Reebok
in my
Shaqs.
wardrobe.
Hey, I get some t-shirts and some undies around
Yeah,
there.
that ain't my wardrobe. You can't see it.
You right.
I get some t-shirts or underwear, but other than that.
Underwear.
Yeah.
That's how they pronounce that.
All right.
Off-season, NBA off-season, man, moving along. So, come to find out, the Pistons and the Mavericks will be playing in Mexico for a game next year. I mean,
they're going to be playing Mexico City, probably more than likely.
yeah, more than likely, they'll be in Mexico City. But the Pistons?
Well,
they coming to see the Mavericks, dog.
Well, the Pistons is a growing team.
They are. They winning.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're probably going to win that game. Oh, I don't know.
Did the Pistons make the playoffs
I don't
this
know.
year? Did the Pistons make the playoffs?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
they took the Knicks to 7.
Team, and this is the whole thing. In Mexico, it's just going to be an event. They can get anybody and produce it because it's going to be an event for somebody with money to go to.
Yes, sir. I'm not messing with it. She tripping. Yeah, she tripping, Trip.
Oh, she tripping bad.
If Trip say she tripping,
she tripping.
She tripping for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Get out of here. Hey.
Get out of here with all
Can't
that.
win
Cannot
with
play with
without.
Cannot win with her.
You know what I'm
Won't
saying?
do it.
Won't do it, dog. Ain't paying $1,000 for no reeds. That's all I'm saying. Not Angel Reeds or Reeds box. You feel me?
None of that.
None of the Reeds is
When
getting
I pay $1,000 for a pair of shoes, they're going to have to be special. And guess what?
Some skins around this hoe.
Hey, and then not only that, I don't want to see no 1,000 people with them on.
Yeah,
Everywhere you
hey,
go.
better
Everywhere
not.
you go.
Bet not.
Ooh.
I better not see nobody with no.
These on. With these on. Hey, I got to go to New York or L.A. or some Hollywood or somewhere to see somebody with these on.
I better be in the shop where they manufacture these hoes if I see somebody with them on.
Yeah.
If I'm paying that for them, is what I'm trying to tell you. Sorry, Angel. It ain't working out for you like that, baby. But hey, I love it, man. Aspiration.
But anyway, the NBA offseason.
Do what you do, man.
And you know, in the NBA offseason, they talking about KD.
Hold on, we ain't there yet.
Oh, okay.
We ain't there yet. We gotta start with JK first, Jason Kidd.
Going to New York?
They said, New York was gonna come after them, but you know what?
Dallas ain't gave him permission yet.
The break said the Mavericks said pump the brakes, dog.
Yeah, y'all talking. We ain't saying shit.
Hey, dog. Matter of fact, we denied you permission to talk to our coach. Matter of fact.
Yeah, absolutely.
You feel me? So, Jason Kidd ain't going.
Do you know what the
New York.
Mavericks going to do?
What's that?
Man, J.A., do you know what somebody got to do? If they say, we need to talk to J.A.
Oh, you better pay me. Hey, just like MLB. Hey.
How much it costs? How much is it worth for? I ain't talking about signing.
Hey,
just
to talk to me.
Just to talk.
MLB
costs you this.
It costs Texas Rangers $50 million to talk to you, Darvish. He ain't even here no more.
Yeah.
$50 million to
So
come
it's
to the
gonna cost
conversation,
New York
dog.
some money for y'all to talk to him.
Yep.
And then guess what? And then if y'all want me to release him to go to y'all, it's gonna cost you some more.
And you know what? It ain't happening.
It ain't
Captain.
happening. It
You
ain't
know-
that much money.
Only way if I'm a Maverick, only way I'm letting that happen is if Rick Carlisle gave me a verbal, said he coming back.
No, you gotta give me
That's
more
it.
verbal. I gotta get permission from in there.
I need something signed I need something signed on a napkin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, good coaches is hard to find.
Yeah.
Man, and Jay Kidd is a nice
Solid,
coach,
man.
Solid.
You know, I talk about Rick Carlisle, how much I love him. He's a hell of a coach. He's the best coach in the
Jay
league to me.
Kidd right behind him.
That is no slight to Jay Kidd. Because Jay Kidd, hey, when we talk about that IQ, hey, man, dime a dozen. They got it like him. That's like why LeBron didn't want to see him leave the building. You know what I mean? That's why the Mavericks was quick to jump on Jay Kidd as soon as he became available. So, yeah, I love him here. And I'm glad that they denied him. Udoka, it's set up for my boy that was at Denver. Because Udoka, Houston denied him. All the solid coaches, you can't touch them.
Yeah, absolutely.
So my boy Mike, my boy was in Miller. Mike Malone, that was in Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe he'll be the next New York Knicks.
yeah.
Or Mark Jackson. If so, why is nobody hiring Mark Jackson? What's up with Mark Jackson? Somebody tell me. I'm pretty sure he knows what he's doing. He built the Golden State Warriors. Why don't he have a job?
Mark, do you know what Mark Jackson?
I know he's not a player guy,
You
even
know
though he
what
was a
Mark
player,
Jackson-
which is weird.
You don't know what Mark Jackson is?
No,
Mark Jackson is a preacher, man.
that's why he don't got a job.
He got a preacher.
I didn't know he was a preacher.
You know that?
So it's him that don't want to coach.
No, they don't want that.
Okay,
They don't want all that.
because we know
man.
that. Okay,
I'm just being honest.
it's not a.
That's
okay.
why he got right out of Golden State. He said something
Why?
about the huh? You
Said
know
something
that?
about Jesus.
No, he said something about the gay people, man.
I had a conversation about that last night.
He a preacher. He a preacher. He's not. Mark Jackson has been banned from the NBA.
Black and white. May as well be
He banned from the NBA.
what's my boy that changed his name? Chris Jackson changed his name to Raul Mau.
Yeah, Raul Maouf. Yeah,
Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. He getting
That's
blackballed.
crazy.
He getting
That's
blackballed from the NBA.
Wow.
Chris,
That
so
boy got
let me
shit
tell you
to
like this. Mark Jackson.
I didn't know that.
This is just my prediction. He will never coach in the NBA again, ever.
Wow. Didn't know it, but Jason Kidd is definitely not going to New York.
And Mark
So, New
Jackson
York
ain't-
Knicks, y'all
and
better
Mark
go-
Jackson ain't either.
Y'all should have smoothed things over
Because
with
this is what people don't know. Next to San Francisco, for the LGBTQ, XYZ, whatever it is, excuse me.
Atlanta, New York, what?
Atlanta, New York, right behind us.
Absolutely.
And guess who right behind them?
Austin? Dallas? Is it Dallas? Oh, I believe it.
See you.
I'm not gonna have this conversation no more. I know
Yeah.
why though, but it ain't.
No, I'm just letting you know my information. Cause I'm married, I got a wife.
We're close to the border.
No.
That's all I got to say.
Hey, no, we got a lot of money down there. Money flip people.
It's money, but I'm telling you. I'm just telling you what I know. But yeah, where's KD gonna end up next year? Huh? You know, hey, they
I
say
don't know.
San Antonio's going after that boy. They say
said-
Dallas want him. It's a few
For
teams
what?
after him right now.
For what?
What you mean for what?
You ain't got Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, so he ain't got nobody to coattail off of.
You got Clay. Yeah, you got Clay.
You ain't got Steph. And you ain't got. I'm just being honest. Okay, look at what KD been.
Yep.
He Oklahoma City.
Got Cooper Flag. Got Cooper Flag now.
Okay, but they did Oklahoma City. He left there on his own and went to Golden State. Golden State, he got pissed off. Draymond said, hey, "Go to hell. We did this before you got here."
Yep.
And so he left there and went to New York.
Yep.
He left New York disgruntled.
Yep.
And then he went to Phoenix. Now he leaving Phoenix disgruntled.
Yep.
I don't want no guy been disgruntled every way he been. The only place he been happy is when he was riding on Superman cape.
Man.
I mean, that's just my opinion.
On
You know what I mean?
Superman.
And then he was just only happy there for 2
We
years.
call him Superman, but it ain't his era though.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, but nah, you're right though.
I mean, I'm just saying,
I love him. He can be here right on with Kyrie or wide with Cooper. Man, we got a squad here. If KD come here, he's only going to
help. He going to mess it up.
I think so, too, because if KD came here, he would have to run two guard. Because Gafford,
be 2 and 3. Gafford, Lively, and AD, they got the front line sold up
and
halfway.
Cooper Flag coming.
And Cooper Flag
and then Kyrie.
And so what you gonna put him at 2 guard?
I think we'd be able to trade Gafford. I think we'd be able to trade one of those guys for KD. That's trade bait to get him here.
But I think we need more what they gonna give us than what KD gonna give us.
Yeah, you're right.
Because KD gonna give us a lot of ball domination and shots. We don't need that.
Before we go to these finals this week, we're gonna hit up this ring the bell.
Oh, okay.
Before we get to the final, we're gonna switch it up a little bit. You ready for that?
I'm ready for ring the bell.
You stay ready. You know, when you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. So this week we got Dave Cowens. I don't know who this is, so please.
You don't know who
fill
he
me
is.
in.
You don't know who Dave Cowens is.
I just heard the name, but I don't know the player.
He got drafted. Dave Cowens got drafted by the Boston Celtics in 1969-70, where, it was 69 in the college season, but it was 70 by the time he got drafted.
And he reminded me of Jackie Moon.
Dave Cowens is Dennis Rodman.
You know who Jackie Moon is?
Nah.
That's Will Ferrell.
Oh, okay, redhead.
Yeah.
Why they call Dave Cowens redhead and Dave the Ray, but this whole thing. Guys like Dave Cowens, and I did ring the bell on a guy named Dan this a couple weeks ago. Man, these guys was Dennis Rodman with some offensive skills. They would dive after loose balls, go dive in the stands, dive over the reporters, run through people. They did all that, and they called Dave Cowens Big Red. That was his nickname, and the other nickname he had was Dave the Ray. And Dave Cowens got drafted by the Boston Celtics in 1970. His rookie year was 70-71, and Dave Cowens was Rookie of the Year. He was an 8-time All-Star. And in 72-73, he was the MVP of the All-Star game. In 73-74, he was the NBA MVP. So he's been Rookie of the Year, regular season MVP, All-Star MVP. So Dave Cowens got a resume, and he averaged 17.6 points for his career and 13.6 rebounds and 3.8 assists. And when you hear these rebounds on all of these old school guys, they the ones that set the tone for all these rebounding champions and all that. And when I hear that Dennis Rodman is the greatest rebounder in NBA history, I saw that on for the Sports Illustrated and all that. One time I cringed. Because when you look at the average per game and the total rebounds, Dennis Rodman not even in the top 10. So I don't even know how he can be the greatest rebounder of all time. This ain't about Dennis. This is about Dave Cowens, because Dave Cowens averaged 13.6, and I think his average is a little bit more than Dennis. And like I said, he was an 8-time All-Star. He was an MVP in 72-73. He's a 2-time NBA champion. The Boston Celtics won the championship in 74 and 76. And I'm going to run down Dave Cowens' statistics. In 1971, 70-71, which was his rookie year, he averaged 17 points and 15 rebounds. In 71-72, he averaged 18 points and 15.2 rebounds. 72-73, he averaged 20.5 points and 16.2 rebounds. 73-74, he averaged 19 points, 15.7 rebounds. 74-75, he averaged 20.4 points and 14.3 rebounds. In 75-76, he averaged 19 points, 16 rebounds. In 76-77, he averaged 16.4 points and 13 rebounds. And then in 77-78, he averaged 18.6 and 14 rebounds. and then in 78, 79, he averaged 16.6 and 9.6 rebounds. And that's when he started. He started getting hurt around that time, and he didn't. And now Dave Cowers is not one of these guys that played all these 82-game seasons. He played, I think, 2 82-game seasons, 181 and 180, and a few 70s. But he was hurt a lot because he was hustling. So he was hustling so hard. So Dave Cowers is one of those dudes that hustle real hard and had skills to go with it. And I'll put Dan Issel, like I said, that I talked about a couple of weeks ago, in that same category. Man, these guys played like Dennis Rodman with some offensive skills. Yeah. Not saying that Dennis didn't have.
I mean, Dennis was solid before he came to Chicago, and that's all he needed to do was get boys with MJ.
Yeah, but these guys played. Dave Coward and Dan Issel, to me, played like Dennis Rodman. You would see them diving, sliding across the floor to knock the ball back in bounds to one of their teammates right before it went out. They'd jump over the line, throw the ball back in bounds, and have to run up in the stands and dive in the stands and land. And I heard Gilbert say this the other day, that guys in the 80s and 90s were on steroids because they didn't ever go. Yes, they did. Now, you had certain guys played a lot of 82 games, and that's why when you see all the older guys, in their last 3 to 4 years, their stats really declined because they had been worn down by going to work every day.
Yeah.
By going in, and these guys now, they played 13, 14 years, but they only played the same amount of games that some of the guys back in the day played in 10 years.
Yeah.
When you talk about, look at the games played. These guys now playing a lot of years, but they ain't playing a lot of games.
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard, whoever.
Even LeBron. How many 82-game seasons LeBron got? One?
1 or 2. And then they played 20 years, but if he'd have played 82 games his first 10 or 12 years in the league, he'd be at home now.
Yeah.
And that's it. And that's the difference. That's why, Gilbert said, they had to be on. No, their careers didn't last like that. Man, before Kareem and Robert Parrish played 18.
They trying to play every day, man.
Yeah.
They wasn't talking about longevity. They was talking about today. They was trying to win right now, man.
Right now. And that's all it was. Because if you don't win now, you won't get it. Because
Vegas wasn't involved back then. There's a whole bunch of things going on now. They
didn't pay you for what you might do.
Yeah, they paid you for what you're doing.
What you have already done.
Yeah. Or not even. Man,
because with Walt Frazier, man, I remember in the early 70s, I can't tell you what year, Walt Frazier got $250,000. That was a big deal.
Big contract.
And then Earl Pearl came back and got $250,000. So that was like big time. $250,000 per year.
That's big money,
and now
man.
the last player on your bench is getting $2.5 million.
Yeah.
Almost. So,
yeah, that's big money.
It's just different, man. And, to compare eras, I hate to do it because I saw a clip this morning. They showed some guys in the 50s. They said, this looked like the YMCA on Saturday. Could you imagine Giannis in this league? And I thought, as soon as they said that comment, I said, hell no, I couldn't imagine Giannis. Because I don't see nothing on the court but white boy. Giannis would have still been in Africa. He wouldn't even been in Greece. In the 50s, Giannis wouldn't. Greece wasn't taking Africans.
Times was different.
Yeah, times was different. And this is the thing. To act like if you was born in the 50s, you going to play like 20, 25. If you was born in the 50s, you would play like the 50s, man.
Yeah.
Because that's how they coached it. Yeah. And if you play any other
I never heard of him either, Trip. I never heard of Dave Cowers either, homie.
Yeah.
This is news,
go look him up. Dave Cowers was that dude, but look at it, and then when you go look at the all-time rebounding list, it's all old guys. And then when you go look
Who ain't on there?
Huh?
Who ain't on the all-time rebounding list?
Who ain't on there?
Yeah.
I mean, when you go by
the most dominant big, you think you'd be on the rebound list.
Now, when you go by most rebounds per game, I send this to you today. The most rebounds per game, I think was the top 20, right? Was it 25? Or was
25.
Shaq wasn't even per game. He
Not
wasn't
listed.
even in the top 25
Not listed.
rebounders average per game. Shaq wasn't even in the NBA history of all time. Shaq is not a top 25 rebounder per game.
Yeah.
And then when you go by total rebounds, Shaq is down the list too. Shaq is behind Tim Duncan and KG and Dwight Howard for total rebounds for their career. Shaquille O'Neal is behind Dwight Howard, the person he criticized all the time. He behind Tim Duncan and he behind KG. And then he turn around and tell me how dominant he is. I'm just saying.
You know, a lot of this is starting to make sense now. You know what Shaq is saying, especially why he's the way he is with Dwight Howard. The fact that he was drafted by Orlando, he never gives him no props. Shaq is giving Dwight Howard the same treatment he received from Kareem.
No.
He is.
No.
He's not giving him his props.
No.
Now, Kareem wasn't as
As
in the
overt.
media. I mean, social media didn't exist.
No.
He wasn't out there. But
No.
I'm saying to Shaq,
Yeah,
he
the
giving him
only
that
thing,
same, like, passive-aggressive treatment.
The only thing that Kareem said was that if y'all so great, why y'all keep getting swept?
Why you keep getting swelled?
That's all Kareem said.
And then when he won his titles, you know, Kareem never congrats. That's what I'm saying. When he did do what he's supposed to do, Kareem never came around and, well done, Shaq. You one of us now. That's what Shaq was looking for, and that's why that is such a sore subject. And it's a sore subject because we talked about it on the show, but about a month and a half ago.
And he's still talking about
and
it.
now, Shaq, you know, he commented, appreciate it, love you, Shaq, first and foremost.
Yeah, I ain't gonna quit loving you.
Look, bro, on this show last year, 2020, no, the year before last, so 2023, we did a Noonish Sports and Tech March Madness. Now it's 2024,
Yeah.
March Madness. But we did it of sports personalities, and you won, bro. Like, we love you, Shaq. So
Yeah.
don't get it twisted.
Don't get it twisted.
Don't get facts and feelings mixed up, bro.
Yeah.
Cause like my coach used to tell me, hey,
Cause you're like,
it's a difference between like and lineup.
Yeah.
Just because I like you don't mean you're gonna make my lineup. Just because we tell you the facts don't mean we don't like you, bro. Like, we love you, Shaq. You
Man, I
one of my
love
favorite
everything about
people
and
in
do you
this
know
world.
What? And
But-
do you know what Shaq said the other day? They said, Shaq, how do you want to be remembered? He said, I want to be remembered as a nice guy.
Yeah.
And that's how, I mean, but you know, but this is the thing. Don't be critical and sensitive at the same time. You can't be both.
Yeah, man.
You know, I mean, and
we just saying facts. We ain't giving
and
no
I'm not even
personal
critical
opinions of you.
because
We love you, bro.
Because this
But
is
the
the
facts
thing.
show
I ain't
you.
gonna say it's hard for me to say who's the greatest and all that stuff at any position.
Yeah.
Or even, but I know this. Shaq is in my top big men.
Yeah.
Shaq,
Absolutely.
You know, Wilt, Kareem, Bill Russell, Shaq, and
in my lifetime, Shaq is the top big man.
yeah,
There's no dominant center over Shaq
yeah.
in my lifetime. Now, what we talking about is the history of the NBA and claiming that you're the most dominant center, and that's not the case, bro.
Yeah.
It is what it. Now, when you played, you had a very dominant stretch.
You dominated our
6-8 years, you dominated between
the-
Orlando and
but the-
LA.
yeah.
But you stopped working, Shaq. If you had LeBron's work, if you took care of your body like LeBron did,
Or Kobe, I ain't call anybody.
things might, you might be able to make that claim. Yeah. But since you didn't, your run wasn't long enough. Yeah. So we look at Bill Russell, we look at Will Chamberlain, we look at Kareem. You know what I'm saying? Who got the NCAA titles? They don't win nothing at LSU. Who has a high school championship? I don't know what you did in San Antonio. Who's got the 5? You didn't win 5 titles,
San Antonio.
but he didn't win 5 titles in NBA, and he didn't win a title in NCAA.
Yeah, he only won 1 in high school, none in the NCAA, 4 in the NBA.
And Kareem was 4-3-4, and he only got 3 in college because they couldn't do
3-3-3.
Oh, he was
3 in
3-3-4?
college, 3 in college,
That's
3 in
10.
high school,
And
5
in the NBA.
6.
No, he got 5 in the NBA.
6.
5.
6.
Kareem got 6? I think he got 5.
He won 1 with Milwaukee, 5 with the Lakers, man. Look it up.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
I know what I'm talking
Siri,
about.
I ain't gotta look it up.
Unc know what he say. How many times have Unc got to say something and he asked Siri in the Uncle line?
Hey Siri, how many times did Kareem win the NBA championship? 6.
Man, stop that. Uncle not up here speaking. Six, don't I keep telling you. And this is what I keep saying.
He is. If you want to crown his ass, then crown his ass.
They always show.
He is who you thought he was.
They always show Michael Jordan trophies against LeBron James trophies. Put his trophies against Kareem and Bill Russell and see when you start talking about the MVPs, championships and all that, put Michael trophies up there against Kareem. I don't know if Michael got the most.
So Tripp say, so Darrell Reeves ain't the GOAT? Come on, you can see the best when you see it. Hey, the best that I saw was MJ.
No, he said he talking about Darrell Reeves.
Yeah, but he's talking about this conversation right now. Though.
No, Darrell ain't the GOAT. Darrell Reeves ain't the GOAT.
Dion my GOAT at corner.
Yeah. I don't have no GOAT at corner. I got people I like. I ain't got no GOAT at nothing. I ain't got no GOAT.
Bad Bones ain't the GOAT.
The only GOAT I got is Ronald Bower.
Bad Bones ain't the GOAT.
The only GOAT I got is Ronald Bower.
Bad Bones ain't the GOAT.
The only GOAT I got is Ronald Bower.
Who you got, Willie Mays?
No.
Hank?
Willie Mays ain't the...
Who you got over Barry, huh?
Nobody.
So he the GOAT then?
No. I don't have Barry over Pete Rose either. Pete Rose could be the GOAT.
Pete Rose wasn't hitting that hole to the Pacific. No, sir.
He what?
He wasn't hitting it to the Pacific.
But he got 4,000 of them, though.
He ain't got 700 of them. He ain't got 700 of them.
Yeah, but Barry ain't got 4,000 either.
Hey, he ain't got 755.
That's all I'm saying. Everybody got something somebody else ain't got. Everybody got it. So I don't go with that GOAT. It's just hard for me to say the GOAT. It just helps.
Hey, Tom Brady got 7.
I just seen I got top shelf, second shelf, third shelf.
Tom on the top shelf in football.
Who is that?
Tom Brady.
Tom on the top shelf.
Tom the GOAT quarterback.
No, not necessarily.
What? 7 Super Bowls. That's almost 20% of almost 15% of the Super Bowls ever played.
But this is the whole thing.
That's GOAT status.
But this is the whole thing. We got to talk about all these guys in the same breath. See, and this is what get me confused. Okay, Tom got 7 Super Bowls, but he ain't undefeated in the championship. They say Michael is the GOAT because he undefeated. Well, if you're going to go by undefeated, you better go back.
Troy Aikman?
You better go back to Joe Montana. He 4-0.
He 4-0. Okay,
yeah,
so
somebody else 4-0. So if you want to talk about the people that's old or the people that's like, I mean, that's why we use different conversations for different people.
Yeah.
So if it take undefeated to be the GOAT, Tom can't be the GOAT because he's not undefeated in the Super Bowl.
It's a winning percentage, though. Tom got a 70% winning percentage.
Now his percentage is
70% over 40.
It is, though.
40% is not a winning percentage.
What you mean? He's 4-0 in the Super Bowl.
I'm talking 4 out of 10 with LeBron.
No, he's 100%. We talking about, that's why I said we use different percentages for everybody. If Michael is the GOAT and 6-0 over Bill Russell, 11-1.
But we already proved it. John Havlicek got 8. He was 8 for 8.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
Bill Russell 11.
Yeah, Bill
got
Russell
13 rings.
Yeah,
but he's got a loss though.
He got
Havlicek don't got losses.
Yeah, absolutely. But Havlicek they went 12 finals either. No. So if you would have went to 12, you might probably would have lost.
Maybe.
It's just hard to 12. I mean, you ain't even got there. So
we don't talk hypotheticals.
But this is the thing. Bill Russell, in the middle of his 11, he got 8 in a row.
Yeah.
And then he got 3 more to go with that 8. Yeah, you got 8 in a row, but you ain't got no more to go with it.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, so that's what I'm saying. You know, that's why I hate to use that GOAT stuff, man.
Yeah, the GOAT conversation is a fun one to talk about, though. But it's a
lot of fun to talk about.
It's like the song that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on and on. It ain't gonna stop, man.
No, it ain't gonna stop because people won't let it stop. Because this is the thing.
Because they'll never play against each other.
Because everything Michael did in the 90s,
he
did none of that in the 80s.
Man.
He got his ass drugged in the 80s.
He did some of it. He wasn't winning.
No, he didn't.
He scored. He wasn't winning.
He scored, but he didn't win.
He wasn't winning. So he did some of it.
Let me tell you like this. Excellence has always been equated with winning.
Yeah.
When you lose to Milwaukee in the first round, you lose to Boston twice in the first round, do you lose to Detroit in the first round before you even win a series? That's all I'm saying. So that's on your resume too. See, because people talk like Michael played.
He wasn't ready.
Yeah, damn.
Nor was his team.
But this whole thing.
Nor was his team ready.
Yeah, right. Then now his team was
more so.
Yeah, more so than him.
Yeah, because if you put Jordan on the Celtics, You put Jordan on Showtime Lakers, but that ain't how the draft go.
But it all depends on who you take out. If you put Jordan on the Showtime Lakers and take Magic off, they might not be like that.
It might not be the same. But you take off Michael Cooper.
Something like that. Now they'll probably be the same.
Yeah.
They'll probably be the same.
Yeah.
Take out Mike Cooper, Byron Scott. But if you take out Magic or Kareem and replace them with Jordan, it won't be the same.
That's a difference.
And that's the same way, like if you take off Scotty and put over there, because I heard...
I'd love to watch Magic and Jordan.
Because this is what I heard
Jordan
Michael say. The other day, I just seen it last week.
Jordan and Bird.
I would have won. I wouldn't have been 6-0 in the finals with Magic because Scotty do more. I beg to differ.
Do more than Magic?
Yeah. Scotty do different.
You do different.
He played defense. Cause Magic wouldn't have played the defense Scotty did. And then you wouldn't have had the ball in your hand like you did if Magic was.
So he might be right, though.
No. Scotty is not. Look it up. Scotty is not.
I didn't say he better.
No, Scotty is not a better rebounder. He's not a better scorer. He's not a better assist than Magic. But he's a better defender and controlling the slow pace. Magic control. If we would do different, not more. I disagree with that.
Magic is a blend of half court and full court.
Full court, yeah. But it's
a mix of fast break and half court is that's very hard to find.
Magic is all full court. When it go half court, come on, Kareem.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he still makes the right decisions in a half court situation.
Absolutely.
And knows how to slow this thing down and lead the offense. So yeah, man.
Oh yeah. So he would have done different.
What up,
and
Big
you
Pop?
probably wouldn't have won 6.
Hot Wheels was good.
And I doubt if Magic would have won 5 with Jordan instead of James Worthy or something. I'm not sure he would have won 5 with Jordan.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure Jordan would have won 6 with him.
Speculation, hypotheticals.
Because this is the thing.
Not real.
If
like
was
Cleo.
a field.
May as well be a Simpson.
Yeah. But anyway.
It ain't real, player.
No, but I love talking. I mean, a hypothetical is what keep a lot of conversations going. And that's all that keep going is conversations.
Yep, that's it.
Don't keep nothing else going.
That's it, man. So we're going to keep this thing moving along in this week. Yeah, that's it for
Ring the bell.
Ring the bell. Yeah, man. Technology likes to do what it do. But, we stay on top of things, man.
Oh, yeah. Like I tell you all the time, J.A., the host, the producer, the director, all that.
Hey, sometimes technology don't know what it's supposed to do, but hey, it's free. All you got to do is pay attention.
Yeah, pay attention.
It's free.
And get it done.
Get it done.
And now what we got next?
Moving along. You're not just ring the bell. Did I read the button? I'm going to hit it again if I didn't already. But if I did, 2 times. Yeah, man. So, I don't know. I think we called it back in January, December.
You called it. I didn't call it.
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna. No, you called it. I didn't call it.
Called it.
Yeah, you called it.
Exactly like it went.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh. I gave the advice for free. You just hit me up, cell phone. I get, holler at your boy. Email inginllc@gmail.com. Holler at me, man. Send me a check. I just, pretty much back in December, January, I don't know what it was, but
yeah. But I'm saying
I said, hey, Rob, Pittsburgh, let me go and give you a little game real quick. Going to get A-Rod in free agency and going and draft Will Howard in this upcoming draft. Back in January. That's exactly what took place.
I'm going to say it like this. Pittsburgh going to finish third in their division.
You think so? Behind Cleveland and
Cincinnati
and Baltimore?
I mean, Baltimore. They might finish 4.
You think so?
But they're going to finish 3rd.
You think so?
Yeah, because A-Rod is washed up, man.
Nah.
Huh? I'm going to say this. A-Rod is, 40?
Yeah.
And he been hurt the last couple of years. He ain't did nothing in 2 years. Man, football.
More than that, A-Rod a Cali boy.
Huh?
A-Rod is a Cali boy.
So that means he's soft as hell.
He get his wins in September, October, November. He's got 1 win late in the season.
But you got Pittsburgh.
Super Bowl I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Other than that,
and he owned
that climate.
And he 40. He not 28 anymore.
He ain't built for that. I don't know. We're gonna see, man. I need to look at the team around him. I know they just got rid of a weapon. Because he's here in Dallas now.
I'm going to say it like this. I don't see what A-Rod going to do for Pittsburgh because he only washed up, man.
They got rid of Najee Harris, and they got rid of
Pickens. They got rid of some of their best
Pickens,
receivers.
man.
Pickens, yeah. So, come on, man. What is A-Rod going to do?
My boy from Notre Dame is in Tampa Bay now, the other receiver. I don't know. Y'all bringing back CTESPN? Y'all bringing back Antonio Brown? I don't think so. Like, who's he gonna throw to? What's going on in Pittsburgh right now? Are they trying to get a reason to fire Mike Tomlin?
Even if he got receivers, can he get them the damn ball? A-Rod is old, man. Sports is for young people. A-Rod 40. He been hurt over the last 2-3 years, and you expect something out of it? Man, come on. I'm just real about
one thing, he is off the ocean. He's around them 3 rivers, but he's off the ocean now. He don't got that kind of wind to deal with.
Let me tell you something,
but he still got some hell to deal with up in Pittsburgh.
Let me tell you like this. It don't matter about all that. A-Rod,
he a Cali boy. My boy grew up in Cali, but he Green Bay, Pittsburgh now? No, dog. Like, your foundation was been Cali, dog. Your red blood cells and white blood cells are matching the Cali climate, homie.
Ask Siri how old
That's all I'm trying to tell you.
Ask Siri how old A-Rod is.
Hey, Siri. How old is Aaron Rodgers? Aaron Rodgers is 41 years old. Ooh, that boy 83? Hey, I'm messing with you, A-Rod. You born a year after me, dog. I'm messing with you, dog. I want A-Rod to succeed, bro. Let's get it. Show him we still got the juice. Oh, man.
Let me tell you like this here, Jay.
Hey,
A-Rod, how old?
I'd rather A-Rod than me out there.
Hey, that's what I was just saying. You retired from the Major League Baseball, ain't you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what makes you think that A-Rod can do
in football?
No, I'm just saying. A-Rod is 41, you 42. You've been out at Major League Baseball 10 years.
Bingo.
Shit. A-Rod is all. Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. Father Time is undamn defeated, man.
No losses.
So you go to ask Siri how many 41-year-old quarterbacks even been in the playoffs. Ask Siri that.
Hey, A-Rod was very efficient last year as a quarterback. When he played on the field, when he was in the game, he was efficient. But
how many games did he play?
Jets wasn't in the.
How many games he played?
I'm just saying.
He was efficient in the 3 games he played.
Yeah.
But the other 17,
and that
14, he
and that Jets stadium is one hell of a stadium to play in because you got that swirling wind. Pittsburgh gonna be the same way. Climate a little. I don't know if it's colder in New York or Pittsburgh. I don't know because Pittsburgh inland. That's real cold, dog. But that off that water, got some elements, bro. I don't know. But what I do know is that I called it back in January, man. You know, Pittsburgh, send a check. Cut your boy the check, dog. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody. You know, I'm giving some insight around this hoe. And it seems like every week we talk about this. Unc or myself gives some crucial insight that ends up happening. We Cleo around there. Hey, you may as well call us psychics. We are the sports psychics. Maybe I need to change the name of the channel to Sports Psychics because we call it, dog. We see it. We call it. I call the Cowboys to have 7 wins last year in August. I can pull up the episode. No, you can pull up the episode and see it. You feel me? I'm just saying, man, if y'all want some real deal Holyfield sports talk, if y'all want to put your money where your mouth is, make sure you listen to us first. That's all I got to tell you, man. Because it's legitimate and it's real. You know, Noonish Sports and Tech, we ain't no fraudulence. Real deal Holyfield. You come here Wednesday, all of your other favorite people on your podcast, you're going to hear them talking about what we've been talking about here today on Wednesday. That's just how it goes down, man. You know, we figured it out. We understand why they're trying to hold us down. We got the 2,800 in 2 weeks. We still at 2,800 4 weeks later. Why? They holding us down, man.
Oh, yeah.
We bring up the good conversations people want to talk about. All the people that y'all know that been, you know what I'm saying, just because y'all don't know it, hey, we somebody, dog. You know? Just because y'all don't know us, Go to Gil, go to Shay, go to Steven, go to all of them.
They
talk about what we talking about.
After we talk about it.
After we talk about it, man.
Not before, not at the same time.
We ain't no followers around here.
Nah.
And I tell you, hey, sometimes I do get some topics or a topic a week or something like that from my boys Cam and Mace. Shout out is what it is. You know, like it is what it is. But typically,
we ain't never got no topic from Gilbert.
We ain't got nothing from Gil. Ain't got nothing from Shaq.
Nobody.
Ain't got nothing from Steven, but we always
we ain't got nothing from all the smoke. We ain't got nothing from Matt Barnes or nobody.
We got Shaq on the podcast tour right now. Love you, Shaq. You can come holler at us. You ain't got to go on tour.
Yeah.
We can all do it together, bro. If it touched it like that, realize that we must have said something real, and these dudes are hidden gems, and come, you know what I'm saying?
And then all these athletes, this is what they do.
Elevate your boys.
This is what I say these athletes do. They'll talk about each other behind their back, but when they get together, man, you know, I was just playing like that. I didn't mean that. But everything, just the whole thing. I didn't mean no harm. I just told the fact. You got swept 6 times, so I can't change that. That's a fact.
We just looked at the books, bro. We ain't saying nothing about your personality. We ain't saying nothing about you. Ain't saying nothing about your kids. Ain't saying nothing about you. We talking about what's in the books.
I didn't even say that you wasn't the most dominant big man. Hey. I asked a question. What was so dominant about getting swept 6 times? I didn't say you wasn't. You might be the most.
Because in my lifetime, you are the most dominant big man. No questions asked. But the numbers don't support my opinion. Is all I'm saying. Now, my feelings, my opinion, just like when he come back at me about Jordan. You know how offended I get? Because Jordan, it wasn't nothing touching Jordan when I'm coming up.
Because this is
Jordan was it.
Because in 1988, he was 4. He was 4.
But in 1988, I was playing Jordan. I was 6. I was playing Jordan versus Bird on Nintendo. It wasn't Bird versus Jordan. You heard the first name.
Absolutely.
MJ was it. So to hear say that Jordan ain't the GOAT, like, hey, I'm taking offense right now and I'm going to stand up.
But this is the whole thing this is the only reason I say that.
So Shaq,
you got to put everything. Man, I love Mike too, but you got to put everything on their resume. You can't try to act like it didn't happen. Yeah. And when you put the stuff that you know, Shaq, you dominated from about 2000 to about 2005 or 6. That was very dominant. Yeah. But the other part, when you put that, your grade point average don't start. Your grade point average don't start your senior year. Yeah. Your grade point average start when you get to high school.
I give it Orlando through a few years. Your second championship in LA. Was third championship in LA. Was it those were your dominant years?
Well, you got to say Orlando. You know, he got swept by Indiana,
but he
got swept by Houston.
And in those years, he was still breaking rims down. He was breaking backboards.
Yeah, absolutely.
His team didn't catch it. He was dealing with the Jordan 80s. He was 80s Jordan in them years. He didn't have a team around him at the time.
He broke backboards and all that. That was very impressive with you. But I seen Darryl Dawkins do the same thing. He's smaller than Shaq.
Yeah, but it wasn't a backboard break. He malfunctioned the goal.
He didn't break the backboard?
He malfunctioned the goal. The goal sat down.
Let me tell you this. See, during Darryl Dawkins' day, that's why they invented those goals.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Darryl Dawkins was snatching the rim. That's why they invented those kind of goals, because of Darryl Dawkins.
So we can credit Shaq and Darryl Dawkins to the NBA quality assurance team.
Yeah, absolutely.
For making the goals better.
So you know when
we ain't got to worry about that no more.
People say, and Darryl Dawkins, and they say, one time they asked Darryl Dawkins, well, you just break a goal by accident. He said, I can do whatever I want to.
Well,
and then when that game came, he snatched it out the damn goal.
When was the last time you saw an NBA backboard? A backboard broken? Was it Darryl Dawkins?
Yeah, Shaq collapsed the goal.
That's what I'm saying.
By his weight.
Shaq laid that whole dime.
And that's because of, that had shock absorbers. And if you notice when Shaq broke the goal, the whole hydraulic system. The whole hydraulic system went down. But this is the thing. When Darryl Dawkins broke it, One time,
shattered.
Derek Dawkins broke the goal, broke the rim one time, and when he landed, the rim was in his hand.
Yeah, I saw Jordan do the same thing.
Yeah.
I saw Jordan do the same thing. But not in the NBA. Not in the NBA.
Oh, okay.
But that's what I'm saying. The NBA,
Derek Dawkins
that's top of the line equipment.
Derek Dawkins and Shaq is the only people that I know that broke goals on more than once, more than 2-3 times.
So thank you, Shaq and Daryl Dawkins, for making sure the product can stay up.
It's good.
They had to make that whole good. Just
and
like
then they
made
made the rule.
They Shaq and Daryl Dawkins.
And then they made the rule
goal.
that you couldn't swing on the goal.
With nobody under you, because I saw Neesmith swing on the last series, but he had somebody under him.
Yeah,
and if he'd have let go, he'd have broke his damn neck.
And then Neesmith ain't near about big Shaq. Shaq went doing like this here on the goal. That's what made it collapse. But I'm just saying, that's why I be like, what's that somebody home?
Hey, did anybody see Chet Holmgren get was it Chet? They got Sprite commercial? Who was it got Sprite commercial? Was it Chet Holmgren?
I think so.
Did anybody see Chet get Sprite commercial? Like that blew my mind. That blew my mind. How's a dude that tall getting hung by the rim, bro? Like hard. I'm talking.
Oh yeah, when he got
like not even close.
Yeah, when Chet got hung by the rim.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that was Chet.
And I mess with Chet, man.
Oh, I do too.
I think I love to have him on the Mavericks. I think any team in the NBA would love to have Chet going home and going on their team.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
On their team.
If I had Chet, the only thing I would do is get them a strength and conditioning coach.
Oh my gosh, my boy! No, he needs some steaks and some pork chops and some green bean cornbread, white bread.
Let me tell you like this: if your strength and conditioning coach work you out right, you gonna go home and eat some damn.
That boy needs some pasta.
You
my boy need yams. That boy he need everything bad. Fuck vegan with Chet. My boy need straight Popeyes around this hole. Oh, yeah. The whole menu right now.
And this whole thing.
Churches.
You get the right strength and conditioning coach, when you go home, you're going to be hungry as hell. You're going to be hungry. Hey. You got to eat it. So that's all Chet needs a little bit. And this is the thing. I don't want him to gain so much weight that he lose his mobility.
Yeah, because I love that about him, man.
Yeah, me too. You 7'4", gain about... it's only 7'4" frame the way you are. Man, you gain about 40 pounds. And it won't look that much different.
He had no choice but to be raised around brothers as tall as he is. He had to hoop.
Oh, absolutely.
He had to hoop.
He had to hoop.
I bet his mom and daddy proper than a hoe. And Chet come around that hole like, hey, fire me up a sack, man. Like Chet, like the way you heard him talk.
Oh yeah.
Chet don't talk nothing like he looks. He don't look Gonzaga. Or he don't act Gonzaga. He look Gonzaga. He don't act Gonzaga.
I'm gonna tell you like this here.
That boy Chet acts straight USC.
Most of the time when you play high-level sports, you're going to be around a lot of people don't look like you.
I'm telling you.
Chet been playing high-level basketball. He been around a lot of dudes that don't necessarily look like him.
Unless you playing hockey or tennis or golf or something.
Yeah. They don't look like him. They don't talk like him. Yep. So he got to walk and talk and act like they do.
Yeah. Yep. Moving along. So, what the people want to say? Ian 1, 2, 3 in the building.
Oh, Ian in the house.
What up, Ian? We ain't seen you in a few seconds, big
What the problem is, Ian? Ian was one of our Trip before Trip to Ghost and Gauff Punch. And all that, we had Ian 1, 2, 3.
Yes, sir.
Now, he didn't give us no song and all that.
Yeah, but
Ian go way back with us, man.
Absolutely, man. So, Ryan say Mark Jackson been preaching. He said, I want KD with Ant. Ooh, that'd be nasty in Minnesota. Excuse me. Jackie Moon. Hey, bro, that boy.
I'm going to tell you
that boy look just like Jackie Moon, don't he?
I'm going to tell you like this. Ryan, I ain't got no big trust in KD. KD been 4-5 teams. He ain't having good success with but one.
Ryan say, man, I'm getting Dave all buckets. Ryan, Dave the Grave.
Dave the Rave.
Dave the Rave?
Yeah, they call him Dave the Rave and the Redhead.
Oh, Rave is a drug party nowadays. Yeah. Number
But this whole thing, the way he was diving in the stands and diving after loose balls and, man, Dave Coward stayed bruised up. No, for real. So,
Trip got the great. Hey, Trip, this is the best comment of the year.
What Trip say?
Trip say anything before blacks could play is trash ball.
Nah, I ain't gonna say that, Trip. I'm not gonna say that. Well, no. In the 70s, blacks was playing. Blacks was playing in the 70s. No, Dave Cowell say Trip. I'm not going.
What about some Sixers was the trash?
No, the 50s.
It was
the
Will.
50s.
Okay.
No, and this is the thing. This is in 51.
Trash.
No, this is in 51, 52, 53, 54.
Yeah.
Round by 57, the league changed, man.
Yeah.
The league changed.
That's when it started getting a little more melanated.
No.
You know,
I'ma
NBA
say
big
this,
trendsetter.
Trip, this is the whole thing. It's some. Let me just cut to the chase. I don't like to say stuff like this, but Trip, it was some white boys that could play their ass off, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Rick Barry, Dave Coward, Dan Issel, John Havlicek. I'm telling you what I witnessed. I ain't talking about, and I won't say nothing that ain't true, because if they got that, that's all I would say. But there's some dudes like that could play, man.
I ain't tripping on race, man.
Yeah, Paul Westphal could play. Everybody that I done had on Ring the Bell can play, man.
I'm just talking. You lost to a white boy in track in the 100. You told me about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I lost to a white boy in track too.
Yeah.
I know him. Calvin Smith, boy went to Navy.
Yeah.
Boy was getting out.
Getting out.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, it pissed me off, but hey, gotta respect it. So it ain't about colors, what we're saying, man. But hey, you right though. If it's more of us, and there's more aggression in that whole.
And I'm gonna say this, Trip.
Boys is pissed off.
Say, man, Dave Cowens, Dan Issel, Rick Barry, Pete Maravich, Paul Westphal, and all that. I'm gonna say it like this: they ain't like some of them dudes that look like them right now.
Yeah,
they not.
Yeah,
they not.
Absolutely.
Man, these dudes wasn't scared of nobody. They'll ball on anybody, talk shit to anybody, and deliver on antibody.
Antibody, man. Don't get it confused.
This is what I say. I'm not just up here because if you
Tom Chambers,
Tom Chambers,
that boy coming down here. Hey, he looking for you, dog.
Hey, go look at the post we put up, and when Tom Chambers up in the air flying like this, go see who running out the picture. Charles Down Barkley running out the picture.
Hey,
come on, man.
Tom Chambers gonna pull up on Larry Bird, but hey, he gonna try to dunk on Jordan. That's what he trying to tell you. He gonna try.
Oh, and he gonna succeed. The same way
he did on KJ. I don't know. Jordan got Jordan. Hey, no, I don't know if Jordan want to let Tom dunk on him like KJ did. Who did Tom dunk on?
Charles Barkley running out, don't you? You don't the
not KJ.
Yeah,
teammates.
No, KJ dunked on
Akeem, yeah.
But this whole thing, when a dude get up in the air first, give a damn who you are. You better get out the damn way.
You lost.
And if Charles Chambers get up in the air first, on MJ or any other J, he gonna dunk on you.
And that's called physics.
Yeah. Tom Chambers and them boys was bad, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
man. Nah, it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful, but we're going to keep this thing moving along. Next up, Shedeur Sanders, man. It's a lot of conversation about Shedeur right now because he's not getting first-team reps, but he's absolutely putting up first-team results.
Who getting first-team reps? Flacco?
Flacco, everybody but Shedeur.
Yeah, that's okay.
They're treating him, they're treating him like a rookie. This is what I'm thinking. Shedeur is in the perfect situation. They're taking their time with him. Second, third string reps. He's getting his reps in that way. No pressure. Nobody's expecting, and he is absolutely showing his talent over everybody else. Boy out there throwing dimes. He's growing. He's focused. He's not thinking about anything else. He don't care about starting tomorrow. All he cares about is what can I do today to get better for my team around me.
Yeah, and this is the thing. I look at it different. I think Shedeur is sitting up there saying, I don't know what the hell they treating me like this for. I'm finna go show their ass. I'm finna go show.
That's the root of it.
This is the first thing. I don't care what you think or how you treat me. When I show you I'm the best on this team, if you don't start me, I'm going to say it like this. That's dumb of you. Because all the reports, every report come from camp. Shedeur made the best throws. He completed the most passes. He did this, he did that.
Scored the most touchdowns in the fewest attempts. Like, look, man.
And I don't see, and I thought that's how you win your start. By being the best in practice, that's how you get to start.
Shedeur is doing exactly what they would hope he did.
What he hoped he would.
Without $40 million in his bank account.
No.
I think they knew
I'm gonna tell you like
he
this.
was a dog already, huh?
They knew, but they was thinking that if we treat him like this gonna knock him down a slot. But they didn't realize that who they was dealing with. You can't knock certain people down because they rise too high. While you knocking them down at 10 feet, they at 12 feet. When you knock them down at 12, they at 14 feet. They're going higher and higher, and that's what Shador is doing. And all of this goes back to trying to show his father something.
I cuss, I drink, I fornicate, but Christ is my firm foundation since I known earth.
Yeah.
Since Shador Sanders is known earth,
His daddy.
his daddy is his foundation.
And his daddy.
Look at Pat Mahomes.
And his daddy is
They better hope Andy Reid don't get a hold of Shador Sanders.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you. Look at Pat Mahomes.
Oh,
He's been around a professional in baseball, on the MLB side, not football. Been around a professional. He's learned how the routine goes. He knows what it takes to get there. He knows what it takes to be great.
And then when you got the talent.
Exact same product. And he's got the talent to go with it. And people underestimate his speed. Nobody talks about the fact that I believe he runs a sub 4.640.
And this is a whole
Despite what a lot of people may believe, Shador Sanders is just as fast as most receivers out there. Most running backs out there.
Here. People
Watch.
need to get off that 40 bullshit. I'm
Watch.
gonna say it just like this.
That's all I'm saying.
They need to get off that 40 time. Because everybody that they say is slow, I have never seen them get caught.
Yeah.
They say Jerry Rice slow. Go give me a tape of Jerry Rice getting caught.
T.O.
They say
Michael Irvin. Emmitt Smith.
Slow as they is long.
63-yard touchdowns.
70, 77, 76. Have you ever saw Emmitt Smith get caught?
No.
Even
A few times I did.
Well, they had an angle, and one of the times was when
and he started covering up the ball knowing he wasn't full speed.
Was when he had to separate his shoulder.
Yep.
He ran 6'4" yards with one arm hanging down like this.
Yeah.
He took him 6'4" yards. He wasn't even pumping with this arm over here. He running with it like this.
Yeah.
And run 6'4" yards.
Unc, you still got that quick twitch. You still got that quick twitch, Unc.
Huh?
You still got that quick twitch.
Oh yeah.
Because I heard the taps right down the
There was
toe.
a guy talking all day. I could the other day. Oh, I can beat you running. I can do this. I say you say that, but when I went in my pocket and pulled them dead presidents out to say these people say you can't, he shut up.
Shut up real quick.
Because this is the thing. I quit running for free when I was 11 years old. In 1966.
11?
In 1966.
Hey, I got frisked by the cops when I was 11
Yeah, I did too.
for playing on the tennis courts.
No, this is the whole thing. When I got 11 years old in 1966, back then kids didn't have a lot of money, especially black kids.
Yeah.
Man, but if you want to race me, it's going to cost you a quarter, 50 cents, or a dollar.
Something.
Or something. It's not going to be for free.
This ain't free, homie.
This ain't
That's
free.
what I'm trying to tell you.
Because if you want to see this talent, you got to pay.
Because it's talent over here, man. It's thick, dog. Boys ain't throwing from the running track to home plate on the line. That ain't going down like that. You know what I'm saying? Boys ain't running 10-400s, huh? 10-200s, huh?
No. Not
You know what I'm saying? What's your best time?
10-2-5.
10-2-5. Boys ain't doing that.
And the whole thing about this, the equipment is so much different now than it was back when I did that.
You definitely been sub.
Show different.
The chances of you being sub 10 are a lot higher with the equipment of today.
With the new equipment and all that, yeah. Not even the training, just the equipment, just the shoes, the track, and the start block.
What was your equipment? Tires and parachutes? Stuff like that?
What?
What you was training with coming up? Like,
What I was training with?
yeah. Tires, parachutes, just weights?
Just
Flesh?
shoes in the track.
No resistance training. That wasn't even a thing at that point.
No, we wasn't even in the weight training. Cause just like in baseball, Jay, if you go back and look at the history of baseball, back in the 60s and 70s, they thought that lifting weights would affect your swing.
Absolutely.
They thought that lifting weights would affect your shot. They thought lifting weights would affect your speed.
I had coaches that wanted me to stop playing football.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like It's different because
Yeah.
big muscles. This football, big muscles. Baseball, little muscles.
Yeah.
That's what we think. Like, you know, rubber bands,
No.
plyometrics, Pilates. That's the kind of stuff you use for baseball. Football, bench press, squat, everything else will come with it. You know what I mean?
had
Hand clean.
We had push-ups, pull-ups, stretching.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Man, it's crazy, man. Yeah, no doubt.
I never
Especially with all this band work I seen these kids doing.
weight in my life till I got in the military.
Hey, I tell people what improve my speed more than anything else? Riding my BMX bicycle downhill from Food Lion. Quick twitch muscles.
Absolutely.
Rotating real fast.
Well, I rode a lot of bicycles.
In linear fashion.
Oh, man, I rode bicycles in my 20s, 30s, and 40s.
That for me, that's the key to the speed.
Oh yeah. Bicycle got a lot to do with it.
That's the key to the speed. Is all I'm
And
trying to tell you.
DNA.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you stuff. But
Yeah.
Shador is going ham up there right now, man. In his role, in the position that he's in, not getting starting reps, still doing what he's supposed to do, man. That's all I want to see.
Yeah.
He is. I hit the button. He can see.
If you want to crowd them, then crowd
What
them.
I'm gonna say it for. This is the original
But
man
they are
said
who
that
we
thing, man.
thought they were.
Dennis Green, shout
We
out
let
Dennis
him off the
Green.
hook.
R.I.P. Big dog. We gonna lift you up for a long time over here on Noonish, man. What up, Alex? What up, Bree? How you doing? Oh, Bree got them people. I'm gonna invite her. See what Bree do. See what we jump on. But moving along.
Moving on to the next one.
Moving along. We got good old what's next, man? Oh yeah. Oh, we winding down, y'all. Hey, man. So Denzel Clarke, did y'all see the catch this young man made? Oh my goodness. You know, now initially I said that Denzel Clarke had the number 2 catch to Gary Matthews Jr. And that's just because of memory.
Yeah.
You know, you tend to fantasize memories.
Yeah.
Things are a little greater than they actually were.
Yeah. Back then.
Yeah. Now, it was a great catch.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
But the catch I saw yesterday by Denzel Clarke, after looking at Gary Matthews Jr. again, before this catch, Gary Matthews Jr. was the greatest catch I ever seen. Jim Edmonds was a 1B, very close.
Yeah.
Because he had a dot, a lot like Hank Aaron, where he had the over-the-shoulder catch.
I mean,
Jim Carrey, Jim Edmonds had one where he
Not
dove.
Hank Aaron.
I'm sorry, Willie Mays, over the shoulder, bow.
Yeah.
Everybody seen that iconic catch. Jim Edmonds, after that, had a more iconic catch to me because he did the same thing that Hank Aaron did. And as outfielders, I don't know if y'all know this, man. We're taught, if you're righty or lefty, we know which way the ball's going to go, okay? We're taught to see the ball and then go. Head down, take off to where you think it's going to land.
Yeah.
And then find it. You know what I'm
And
saying?
most of the time, you're right.
And, yeah, because this timing,
Yeah.
10 plus years of experience in this stuff, you know what you know the timing when the ball's supposed to land. It is what it is. Jim Edmonds did this.
Now, I'm not no baseball player, but this is what I heard. A lot of times when they hear the crack of the bat, they can almost tell which way the ball.
Absolutely.
I mean,
if I'm in the outfield, and I hear the bat, if I'm in the outfield sitting in the left field, not looking at the pitch, not looking at nothing, and I hear it,
you can tell by
if it's left, center, or if it's coming at me. I know where it's going.
Yeah. And I'm not a baseball player, but I just know that by the sports that I do play.
Yeah.
Small, just thing that people don't realize. This is what set me off. This is what made me do that.
I'm gonna give you a little baseball lesson. All right, so you got a right-handed hitter though. All right, I'm righty. It's looking lefty on the screen, I think, but no, I look righty on the screen. If I'm a righty, all right, and I'm playing center field, I want to open up to the side that he's facing. Because I know the ball that he hits is gonna tail back this way.
99
towards right field.
of the time.
If he hits it square, and I'm talking about a center fielder now.
Yeah.
Because left field is different.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Every field, yeah.
Unless he hits it true. If he hits it true in left field, yeah, it's going to go that way. But it's a lot of dudes that hook barrel, and the ball's going to come this way. But if I'm in center field, and he hits it true, I'm going to open up to the side of the batter because I don't want to get burned deep straight at me, right? Yeah. Ball straight at you, the hardest ones to read, so you got to have a plan. So, if it's a right-handed batter, you'll see the center fielder open up this way. Boom. If it's a left-handed batter, you'll see the center fielder open up this way. You know what I'm saying? Because the ball's going to tail back towards left field. Okay? Denzel Clarke yesterday. The catch the kid made.
Oh, it was awesome, man.
I tried to compare it to Gary Matthews Jr., thinking that Gary Matthews Jr.'s catch was better, and I went back and looked at it. This kid, bro, was over the wall, reaching over the wall when he made that catch. Gary Matthews too, but he wasn't as high and over the wall.
Yeah.
Denzel Clarke could have flipped over this wall yesterday.
Yeah, he was up to the wall to his groin.
To his groin. And still fully extended.
Yeah, and I would say this.
We're talking about a 7-foot wall.
He's probably the highest up on the wall that I've ever seen.
He was over the box on the backboard yesterday. I tell you that much.
Yeah, he's So he's higher.
Where he caught that ball at.
I ain't seen nobody this high up on the fence. I done seen him this high and lean back.
Only guy I saw was in Japan, the dude that stood up on the fence and made the catch. But in the MLB, I have not seen somebody scale the wall that high to make a catch, man.
Because if you talk about
crazy,
because if you want to talk about Negro League back in the day, this is how true. I seen one of your great uncles. They hit a ball to right field and went over the fence. He ran, jumped over the fence, and sit in the stands and caught the ball. And it was an out.
Who?
Uncle Buddy.
Uncle Buddy.
Your grandmama.
He played baseball, Uncle?
Yeah, your grandmama, bro.
All right, so we. I'm sorry, y'all. I never heard Uncle Buddy before.
Yeah.
I gotta know more because I feel like I'm straight from Uncle Buddy, man.
Yeah.
My love for the game.
Say, man, and this is what your uncle.
I quit playing football over baseball.
Yeah. And your brother.
And I love baseball.
And you know your brother think you're a football player. Carl.
Absolutely. It's a million people.
Carl love football, though.
Yeah.
Carl love football. Because he told me the other week when he was over, man, Johnson was a football player too.
My boy Chris Van Hart played for Bill Parcells on the Cowboys and the Dolphins and said I'm the greatest running back he's ever seen.
Yeah.
And he played with some dudes.
Oh, yeah. And
he played with some dudes.
And I was telling like, you probably was a football player.
It was too easy for me.
Yeah.
It was too easy for me.
But this is the thing.
Baseball was more of a challenge.
That probably would have took you farther, though. Quicker. I mean,
I did.
Hey, but this whole thing. A whole lot. Because I'm going to tell you like this. This is how the truth. I didn't even play basketball until I went in the military.
Yeah.
And then once I started playing basketball, I was like, God.
You don't know the extent that people went to try to get me to play football, but I was just sold on baseball. Yeah. That was my love. I didn't realize the politics involved. Yeah. I just knew I was great at it. Yeah. And I wanted the world to see what I could do. But I didn't realize
it don't matter
that there are powers that be.
Yeah,
that might want to prohibit that from taking place.
There's a lot of things when you're young, you know.
Yeah, I didn't know. But Chris Singleton. You know, he played Major League for the Sox, and
I know Chris
he's a football guy. Yeah, so he came to talk to me to try to convince me to play football in college. I wasn't having it.
Yeah.
He was like, "Look, J.A." He said, "Bro, I went to college. I love baseball just like you. I'm a Major League Baseball player. I love baseball just like you, but the path to the majors was through football. Yeah. And I want you to get this message that I was just hard-headed, man. I wish I was not as hard-headed as a kid.
You had your love. You had your passion.
That's what I played since I was 8 years old.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I played since I was 3 years old on my granddaddy's front yard. You know what I'm saying? In Malakoff, hitting the ball to the 26. That's all I cared about.
Yeah. But see, I never played baseball. Ever.
It was no feeling better than me when I was younger, hitting the home. I hit my first home run when I was 8 years old, like over the fence. Wasn't no other kids doing that.
Oh, yeah.
At the same time, there was no better feeling to me when I got older than taking hits away from people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so all that.
I took pride in keeping my carpet clean, but football was real easy to me. Like, I had 4 carries, 200 yards.
Football.
I did that twice.
Football is
two championships.
Yeah, football
in Texas.
Football is I almost say it like this. Football probably my easiest sport too.
Yeah. There was no skill involved in football. Either you faster, bigger, stronger, and I was faster and stronger than most of the people I lined up across from.
Well, there's a lot of skill involved in football. I ain't gonna say that, Jay.
I mean, you gotta be able to catch.
Yeah.
I'm saying things that, like basketball, you gotta work on different skills, multiple skills every day. Baseball, you got to be able to hit. You got to be able to field. You got to be able to throw. Like, you got to be able to do multiple things. Football, you got to be an athlete. Athletic and have a brain. if you faster and stronger than the guy across and quicker than the guy across from you, you're gonna win most of the battles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's more like God gifted plus whatever work you put in on the way here.
Yeah.
Versus actual skill training. Is what I'm saying. What skill training? Running routes?
Yeah.
That's cones and footwork and ladders and tires.
Yeah.
Hey, is that skill training?
Why it's all about lining up against somebody assist? I mean, it's like this.
It's much harder to dribble that thing in basketball than it is to just run around and cut. To me. Like, that was natural. Very easy stuff.
But what's very easy to you is very difficult for other people. So football was the easiest sport to you.
Yeah.
But to other people, football is very difficult to other people.
I mean, I'm saying people with natural ability, naturally strong, bowlers on the football field is a problem.
Absolutely.
Anderson's on the football field is a problem.
Like this. On any field.
Yeah.
Track, baseball, I'm just saying.
It's a problem.
Yes, it's a problem.
So,
yeah, you know.
The catch that kid made, man. I may never see that again. Amazing catch, and guess what?
And you probably never will, because this is the thing. This is what I say. I'll think about this. Now, that catch was different than Gary Matthews Jr. That catch was different than Willie Mays. That catch was different than Torrey Hunter, but not necessarily better.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you know.
I gotta say that was better, huh? Because that was very similar to Gary Matthews, very similar. I never say the catch Gary Matthews made against the Stros was crazy.
Yeah.
But it was different. But that was a better catch,
and
though.
Then this is the whole thing. He can make that catch, but can he make the catch while you ain't looking at the ball, running backwards like Willie Mays? That's what I'm saying. Everything is phenomenal, but I'm not gonna say just that was different. That was that catch, but every great catch that I have seen made, I'm not sure the other guy could do that. You know what I'm saying? Because the catch, even though Willie made way back in the 60s, Willie saw the ball coming like this, turned his back and ran this way, and then I didn't see him running like that.
Yeah.
I see it.
If baseball was greater than 6.2% black, you think it'd be a more popular sport? If you had guys out there making plays like that more often?
Yeah, but you see more of that kind of stuff.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Shout out Denzel Clarke. Appreciate you holding down home, man.
And I'm not trying to. And Denzel, I'm not trying to downplay your play at all. It was one of the great plays in history.
That was beautiful.
But yeah, it's just one of the great plays in Major League history right there.
One of
the
many.
But
you in that list though, dog.
Yeah, you on that list.
You on the list, dog.
If you
do nothing else,
and what separates yours from all the, you the highest.
Yes, sir.
I ain't seen nobody. The only people that I have seen higher than that was in the Negro League when they jumped the fence and then ran up in the stands and caught the ball.
boys in Japan, yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like when you jump up on top of the fence, because the guy, he didn't climb on top of the fence. He jumped up there, right?
And stood there. Absolutely.
He jumped.
Caught it like this.
So how far is the fence up in the air?
It's 7 feet, 6 feet.
How he jumped 7 feet, man?
He got up there, climbed the fence, and stood on top of it.
Yeah, but I'm saying it.
One cleat, one knee, and he up there.
It wasn't like he was climbing like on a ladder.
No.
He went 1-2 bounds.
Yeah.
And then this is a whole
exactly
thing.
how it went.
Once you climb the fence, and then you gotta twist your body and turn
middle top, turn around, find it.
You
gotta find the ball this big in the sky
while you jumping. Doing
like all that.
So
again, and just how we go for a ball. If a ball's just over my head, it's a righty hitting. I'm right here. I'm not looking at what a ball is because I've played for so long and I have a feeling in the nose.
That by the sound of the bat and all that, the words how far it's going.
I know where it's going. I see it in the air and I'm here, and then I find it. And then I position myself.
Yeah.
Okay, that's how it goes, man.
But I see it all the time.
That catch there was crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. And I'm a center fielder. I don't give nobody props.
And this is the whole thing. It's
crazy.
All these things that you see athletes do, and I'm not one of these people that you can armchair athlete around. Oh, I can do that. You're a damn lie. You can't do shit. I mean, because guys will, you'll be watching the game with guys, no, you can't, man. Why you there? If you can, why you in the living room?
Yeah.
You ain't never been to no camp. You ain't never.
Why you on the couch watching?
Yeah, you ain't never been to single A, double A, triple A.
Yeah.
Now you tell me you can make a major league move.
Yeah.
You a damn lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Come on,
man.
man. I'm not one of these guys you can armchair quarterback around.
For sure.
Nah, man, stop that. You can't do nothing because you're in the living room. Because if you could do something, you'd be somewhere else.
You'd have been there.
And then even if you,
Well, it's hard to say that in baseball.
Even if you old enough to be in the living room, you probably be in a different living room.
Yeah.
If you could do that.
You in the den.
Yeah.
You ain't in the nice living room. You in there with the kids. You ain't in the one with the antiques in the china cabinet.
Yeah.
And the white couch and
I'm not one of these people. You can't armchair quarterback around me because I don't believe you. You ain't did nothing in the past, and now all of a sudden you gonna make me believe you can do something super. Get the hell out of here.
It ain't going down
against
like
the
that.
best athletes in the world. You ain't did nothing again in 8th grade, 7th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade. Now you want me to believe you can do something that a great athlete doing. Man.
Hey Ryan, Kurt told me to tell you what's up, big dog. Kurt told me to tell you what's up. Let me say, football technique gets harder and harder as you go. Absolutely, the technique gets harder because it's more precise because you got better athletes, footwork, everything got to be precise, man. Like straight, especially O-line is the most difficult position in the NFL because you got the best athletes running forward while you're going backwards and you're supposed to block them. Yeah, that's tough. And you 300 plus pounds. Yeah, that's tough, dog.
Yeah.
That's tough, dog. So, yeah, I agree with you right there, Trip. Everything you said right there, homie. Yes, sir. One time, I just want to make some noise right now. Hey, can we get a hand clap? Right now, if you're watching, man, go on and hit that subscribe button, man. YouTube, man, you know what I'm saying? It is Raw, Noonish Sports and Tech, man. Subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Hit that like, man. Share it with your people, man. Let's go together. This is all I'm trying to tell you.
If you don't grow together, you'll grow apart.
You gotta grow, you know what I'm saying? That's it.
You don't grow together, you'll grow apart.
And who wants to do that?
Nobody.
Not a now, not a.
Not
Hey, Potter, you say that now, not I'm better than anybody say that, nothing. Yeah, bro. Not a now, another person want to grow apart. But, anyways, Trip. It's your favorite time of the show, dog. You know what time, man. Yeah.
IMO.
Time for IMO. What you got for the people today, in your opinion?
In my opinion, man, I'm talking about basketball. I kind of touched on this earlier, and I kind of gave him a little, I had one way. But this is what I believe in the NBA. If every week, game after game, you're being double teamed off of, not on two, I don't think you belong in the league.
Yeah.
If the scouting report says that when y'all play the Golden State Warriors, y'all can double team off of Ronald Bower onto Steph Curry, why is Ronald Bower in the league? And I think that goes on because every time I see a game being played in the NBA, I see double teams come off this guy to go on to Joker, to go on to Jamal Murray, to go on to Brunson, to go on to Luka, to go on to LeBron. Why are you in the league if game after game nobody's worried about you scoring? And to me that goes back to you have too many teams in the league. It's about making money, but we want to see good competition because back in the day, you didn't see double teaming. Because you had less teams back before you got 30 teams. Back when in 79, you had 18 teams, 78. You had 18 teams. You can't double team off of James Worthy onto Magic Johnson.
Boys double teaming LeBron because they got Deladova out there.
And they got people out there ain't even good as Deladova.
Yeah. And I love Deladova.
I'm just saying. I do too. But this is the thing. You double teaming off of LeBron because some of his teammates is not what
Tristan Thompson.
You know,
he ain't hitting no 2s and 3s.
if you can cover off of, if you can take Mario Chalmers, man, and put him on LeBron on the 7-game series, y'all you don't do it the whole game, but 20 times during the game, run off of him and go over there and make LeBron pass it back to him, even though he's wide open. Why you in the league, man? And back in the day, when you had 18 teams or 20 teams, you didn't have that because you couldn't double onto Larry Bird off of none of his teammates.
Yeah.
You couldn't double. Michael Jordan, everybody say Michael didn't play nobody. So play with nobody. So you going to double off of Steve Kerr, which got the highest three-point shooting percentage in NBA history?
Not doing it.
You going to double off of Craig Hodges, who won the three-point shooting contest?
No.
You going to double off of John Paxson,
No.
who won the three? You going to double off of Scottie Pippen?
Won't do it.
No, you're not going to.
I'm not leaving.
You're going to double off of, what's the dude came from Europe? You know, what's that?
Tony Kukoc?
Yeah, the waiter.
Not
They call
doing
it.
it.
You know, his nickname is the waiter.
Yeah.
You ain't going to double off of none of them guys to double on to Michael.
The waiter? Why, because he waited so long to come over here?
No, because he was serving.
Serving them up.
He was serving rebounds. He was doing so much stuff, so he called him the waiter. You know, I'm just saying, these kind of guys, you're not going to double off of them, man. So, you know, today, when you can double off of a guy in the NBA, that's a sign to me that you don't need to be in the NBA.
Yeah. Period.
The
end.
Because that's like baseball. If the bases are loaded and you come to the plate and they can throw you 3 pitches straight down the middle and strike you out while you're in the major league. Because if the bases are loaded, they gotta be real careful with you.
Absolutely.
Right? But if the pitcher can just come,
you know a strike is coming.
You know a strike is coming, and you can't do shit about it while you're in the major. I'm just saying.
Profession. Just like the security guard that got his ass whooped by a 16-year-old. Wrong profession.
Wrong profession. Hey, and I'm gonna stick by that. Because you let a 16. What are you securing? You can't secure your own self. So how you gonna consent?
My boy acting until it actually happens.
Hey, I got a question for you.
Fake it till you make it.
Say, if you can't secure J.A., how you gonna secure That's what I just
no, that ain't good, huh? You can't say that now. You can't say that now, huh?
Hey, no, I'm just asking.
It's a lot of money. It's a lot of can't secure me now.
No, I'm just saying.
It's a wrap, son.
But if you can't take care of yourself, how you gonna? You can't.
Oh, you saying if J.A. can't secure J.A.,
you can't secure all.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
So, and then if you can't secure J.A., you can't secure all. How can you secure the building we in?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like what's going on?
It's just
not your response. You can't secure yourself from that black eye and that lawsuit.
And 2 broken ribs.
And broken ribs.
From a 16-year-old.
But you gonna secure the whole campus?
I don't understand.
From outsiders? You can't even secure them from the insiders? Come on, dog.
Come on, man. So in my opinion, if you can't shoot, if you got to be double teamed off, I don't think you need to be in the NBA.
I just saying.
And every time I see a game in the NBA, I see people double teaming onto other players and leaving certain players wide open.
What are you there for?
Like, what you there for? What you there for?
What are you there for? You know, I'm just trying to win a game, dog.
Yeah.
I just hope we can win a game. Another game.
Because they double teaming off of you.
Yeah.
Onto somebody.
And that's a problem.
And that's just me. I just think that.
That's a problem. I'm with you right there, huh?
That's like having a 4x1 relay, but the other team just need 3 legs to beat you. What you got ankle leg for? No, for real. Not just think. If you went to a track meet, you got your 4x1 relay.
And we got one person running 200.
Yeah, no, get the camera. Now we got
a third leg running 200.
Now you got all your other 3 guys running 133 meters.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying they run a different relay. They got 3 guys, you got 4, and they beat you. That don't make sense to me.
It ain't right, all right?
No.
It ain't right.
Yeah.
It ain't right, man.
That's like if you play football and you go out there and say, oh, the other team playing with 9 players to the 11.
Yeah.
And they beat you with 9 players.
Well, that's a great point.
Man.
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
Hey.
Can't do it, man. That's just my opinion.
We got the button for a reason.
Cannot win with him.
Because it's a lot
Cannot
of
coach with him. Can't do it.
Won't do it.
Won't do it.
Can't win with him.
Can't do it.
Won't win with him.
Won't win with him.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a lot of those instances you talking about. So, yeah, I'm with you on that right there. That's a great IMO, huh? Yeah. In my opinion, I'm going to tell you about the Cleveland. The Browns set tripping around here right now. You know? How long you got to prove your point, Cleveland? How long, dog? How long until you actually want to get better? Because if you were serious about your team getting better, you'd have your best quarterback in with the first team. reports are telling us Shedeur is still practicing with the second and third team. But numbers, more touchdowns, fewer attempts, show that he's the better guy. How long are we going to do this, man? The draft is over, dog. Y'all got him. You don't got to prove nothing else. You don't. Are y'all trying to beat a collusion lawsuit? Are you trying to prove that you really thought he was a 5th round pick? Don't nobody believe that bullshit, dog. Come on now. Come on, dog. Hey, man. I'm a clown him, dog.
Yeah.
And he is who I thought he was.
They are who we thought they were.
The same guy he's been in Jackson State, taking them, winning 2 SWACs in a row. You know, going in, the final game of the year, questionable. Going to a 1-win Colorado team, first year coming out 4 wins. Hey, I don't know what that means to you, but that's 400% return in business. Is that wrong or is that right?
That's right.
Okay, I'm just saying. 400% return first year, second year, 8 wins. Now, if we calculate that off the first year, it's an 800% winning. Off the second year Colorado or first year Colorado, that's 50%. I'd rather calculate it based off what he did when he got there. How many wins they had? 9 wins?
That's yeah.
There's one win away from getting 10, right?
Yeah.
900%, dog. Growth.
Yeah.
Jackson State wasn't what that was when he got there. Trinity Christian Cedar Hill wasn't what that was when he got there. I think he won 3-4 state championships until the state started telling him, hey, you can't come back to state because y'all winning. And we don't want that kind of publicity too fast on this school right here. Same way they did me and Grace Prep. Told you. Dion handed me my state ring. They got the blueprint off of Grace Prep. It is what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, my old lineman is his chief of staff. Call it what you want to. Cleveland. Drop the bull, bro. Great story. But how good do y'all really want to be? You can be great if your ones are practicing with your ones. But if your ones are practicing with your 2s and 3s and they never see the quarterback, bro, how you expect to be good, dog? Your quarterback is Shedeur Sanders. It ain't Dylan Gabriel. It ain't Joe Flacco. And you know we love Joe Flacco around here.
We love Flack to Flack.
We love Flacco. But hey, we understand Flacco collecting checks. Flacco is better as a 2 or 3, not the 1. He's best when he can come in and keep you going until the 1 gets healthy again. He's not who he was when he won the Super Bowls in Baltimore. Come on, man. When was that? In the teens? 20 teens? Man, we 2025, dog.
Man, that might have been 2010s.
You know what I'm saying? Early 20 teens.
Yeah, long time. Man.
Early, bro.
If it was teen, it wasn't
10 or 11. Maybe 12, the latest.
Yeah.
So, hey, man, get real, man. Get real with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Hey, like I tell, I ain't gonna lie to myself. Cleveland, you're lying to yourself right now, man. Get real. Get your best QB, working with the best players around him so he can get comfortable.
Yes, sir.
And get accustomed to what's going on around him. In my opinion, Shedeur Sanders is the best quarterback by far up in Cleveland right now. And I respect Dylan Gabriel. But Dylan Gabriel, he's like a Arizona Cardinal, San Diego, LA Charger type quarterback. You know, one of them dudes in them small markets. Shedeur, I mean, I guess Cleveland is a small market.
Yeah.
But when you got Shedeur there, it ain't a small market no more, dog. Because everybody watches.
Shedeur, big-time quarterback with big-time market value, man.
Everybody is watching Dion's kid. And I can't wait to watch him play. Don't fumble the bag, Cleveland. And in my opinion, right now, you're fumbling the bag, man. Yeah. Get him in the right spot, man. Get him with the first team reps. He needs the most, not the less. You feel me? That's all I got to say about that, dog.
Oh, yeah, okay.
All I got to say, and that's my opinion for the day. How y'all feel about it? You know, the buttons like it. You know what I'm trying to tell you? You know what I'm saying? Trip! Let's go, man. But
We ride and die.
hey man, you know that's it for today, baby. Appreciate y'all tuning in.
We appreciate y'all.
Yes,
We
sir.
love y'all.
Yes, sir. And
Hey, come back
hey, when we gonna be back, huh?
next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday,
Chip told y'all
sometime.
every Wednesday.
Every
At
Wednesday.
We
back now.
We be back, man.
Can't get this thing to stay up on this thing right here.
Yeah.
It's a phone holder, but it
ain't holding the phone.
That boy about to get cut. He about to get that pink slip. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get a bigger and better and faster phone holder. You know?
Man, we appreciate y'all.
Noonish.
Anybody out there have not subscribed, liked, and shared, you can do so right now.
Right now.
Anytime, right now.
And make
do
sure
it now.
And make sure you hit that notification bell while you're at it. Because we got watch parties and they coming at you fast.
Yeah.
But nah, appreciate y'all, man. This is a lot of fun, great episode of Noonish, man. We'll see y'all next Wednesday sometime around noon, man.
We'll see you.
Shout out DOC, happy birthday, bro!
DOC birthday?
Yesterday, but we still celebrating, man. Shout out to my people, man. Love y'all. Peace.
What DOC, about 55, 56?
That's what I wanted, right?
Noonish. 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 J.A. he was major league, playing around with them bats. Kia OG, making plays on the track. Sports and technology, we mix it in with facts. Catch him every Wednesday to like double tap. Lot of interviews with ballers and them winners. Yeah, Jay on Notre Dame, all winner.